Chapter 230. In the forest that blotted out the sky, specks of light fell, forming spots of light that gave off a sense of warmth. The chilling aura did not change because of this. As one walked in this mountain range, the chilling aura was the mainstream of this mountain range. This place had an awe-inspiring name, Demon Beast Mountain Range. The Fallen Empire, the Tianhai Empire, and the Death Empire were a natural barrier between the three empires. The Demon Beast Mountain Range was vast and filled with many powerful beasts. Among them, there was no lack of super beasts that people would flee at the sound of. It was said that within this mountain range lived super beasts that had reached the Mystic King level. There had once been 2 Mystic King human experts who had ventured deep into the Demon Beast Mountain Range, preparing to kill a Mystic King super beast. Afterwards, one of them perished in the Demon Beast Mountain Range, while the other human Mystic King expert escaped with heavy injuries, leaving behind a sentence of Demon Beast Mountain Range is dangerous before perishing. From then on, the Demon Beast Mountain Range was shrouded in a layer of danger. Even the Mystic King experts did not dare to venture deep into the mountain range, afraid that they would end up like their predecessors. As for those below the Mystic King level, Mystic Masters, they did not dare to venture deep into the Demon Beast Mountain Range alone. Unless one's strength surpassed the Mystic King level and reached the level of the Mystic Sovereign, they would not dare to enter easily. The Demon Beast Mountain Range was dangerous, but there were still many martial artists who risked their lives to hunt in the outskirts of the Demon Beast Mountain Range to earn Xian Spirit Stones or to hone their skills and increase their strength. Bang! A profound practitioner demonic beast's huge head flew into the air. With a crash, it fell to the ground, leaving behind a pool of blood. The one who had acted was a youth dressed in black. His face looked travel-worn. "Seems like I've come to the wrong place." With a point of his sword, a demon core appeared. A demon core unique to a demonic beast. The person who had appeared was Lin Fei, who had been walking along the mountain range. It had been 5 days since he had killed Qing Meng. In these 5 days, Lin Fei had constantly honed the first 4 moves of the wind sword. The demonic beasts that lived here were all unlucky, becoming tools for Lin Fei's cultivation. Other than cultivation, he could also earn experience to level up. In a short period of 5 days, at least a few hundred demon beasts had perished at Lin Fei's hands, and there were low-rank demon beasts, high-rank demon beasts, and even this intermediate, profounder realm demon beast before him. Previously, he had used drifting wind to kill the giant rhinoceros, easily cutting off its head. This mountain range should be the demonic Beast Mountain Range. Since 2 days ago, the number of demonic beasts has increased, and many of them live in groups. It's really troublesome to deal with them. After collecting the demon cores, Lin Fei looked around and chose a direction to enter. "I hope I can find the earthen dragon beast soon. I can't keep wandering in the mountains." Lin Fei's objective was very simple. He wanted to find a profound realm demonic beast. This was especially true for the earthen dragon. Ever since the day he learned that killing an earthen dragon would not only grant him EXP, but it could also help him transcend puppets, Lin Fei had undoubtedly found a way to level up. 50 million experience points were as much as they had been in the past. Lin Fei didn't even need half a year to become a mystic adept expert. His battle prowess would surpass ordinary mystic adepts by more than a few folds. Roar! 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 A deafening roar spread out in all directions like endless waves. Lin Fei, who was flying at a low altitude in the forest, suddenly felt a piercing pain in his soul, and he almost fell. He quickly stabilized himself and frowned. Soul attack? What a powerful technique. What's going on up ahead? Roar! 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 Lin Fei was already prepared. He extended his perception and saw many demonic beasts lying in the grass. All of them were trembling, slightly, clearly in a state of fear. Could it be a powerful demonic beast? Ever since he entered this mountain range, Lin Fei had encountered many powerful demonic beasts. Last night, he even encountered a group of demonic beasts and was almost chased by a few perfected profound realm demonic beasts. After hesitating for a moment, he decided to investigate. With the wings of the wind and the wind intent, Lin Fei was confident that he could leave calmly without worrying about anything. Accompanied by the continuous roars, Lin Fei's expression was solemn. There should be 2 demonic beasts fighting in front of him. 10 minutes later, Lin Fei appeared in a forest. Rumble, rumble. As soon as Lin Fei landed, the ground shook. Towering trees fell to the ground. Through the gaps between the trees, he could see 2 huge creatures. What a powerful demonic beast aura. It's far from a perfected, profound realm demonic beast. Could it be a mystic adept realm demonic beast? Carefully, he held his breath and moved out. When he saw the situation outside, Lin Fei's mouth was agape with shock. Outside the forest, there was a huge empty space. Beyond the empty space, there was a lake. A water-type demonic beast that looked like a snake demon was entrenched on the surface of the lake. From time to time, it would shoot out ice arrows. The water-type demonic beast's opponent was a 10-meter-long black, flying demonic beast. From the looks of it, the water-type demonic beast was at a disadvantage. The surface of the lake was dyed red. Water-type demonic beast, water dragon beast. Wind-type demonic beast, black flame condor. Lin Fei's eyes narrowed. 2 mystic adept realm demonic beasts. The lake was filled with traces of battle, as well as some demonic beasts that died in their hands. Those demonic beasts that died on the ground were either scratched in the head or frozen in ice. There were more than 20 demonic beasts that died in the surroundings. Lin Fei frowned. That's strange. One is a flying demonic beast, and the other is a water-type demonic beast. Why are they fighting each other? After reading the Demonic Beast Encyclopedia, he had a certain understanding of demonic beasts. A powerful demonic beast, especially a mystic adept realm demonic beast, would usually live alone and become the overlord of a region. Now, 2 demonic beasts fighting each other was a rare sight. Lin Fei wasn't an impulsive person. He couldn't help but size up the surrounding situation. He wanted to understand why the 2 demonic beasts were fighting each other. Lin Fei knew that he couldn't defeat a mystic adept realm demonic beast. Even if the water dragon beast on the lake was heavily injured, its battle strength wasn't something he could underestimate. In a short moment, the battle on the lake was extremely intense. The black flame condor swooped down and shot out wind blades from its mouth. The water dragon beast also shot out water swords. Pa, pa, pa sounds echoed in the air. Once the wind blades landed on the body of the water dragon beast, a huge wound was instantly formed. On the contrary, the black flame condor had the upper hand. The water dragon beast roared in pain. A dense wave of water arrows flew up and sealed the sky. Its huge body coiled and swam towards the shore. Could there be something good on the shore? The black flame condor let out a sharp cry and flapped its wings. Instantly, a gust of wind blew. Seeing that its plot had succeeded, the water dragon beast climbed out of its body and looked at a cave on the shore. When its entire body stepped out, a layer of ice formed on the ground. Lin Fei suddenly understood. There was something in the cave. Lin Fei couldn't help but lick his lips. His eyes lit up. Something that was worth 2 mystic adept realm demonic beasts fighting over must be something good. The greater one's courage, the greater one's heart. At this moment, Lin Fei was very courageous. Especially after his strength had increased, he was even more courageous. How could he miss such a good opportunity? The black flame condor flapped its wings. Wind blades connected one after another. The wind whistled as it pushed the wind to its limits. Bang, bang, bang. Countless cracks appeared on the frozen ground. The ice also shattered. The black flame condor swooped down from above and swiped at the water dragon beast with its huge eagle claws. Rip! A piece of the water dragon beast's flesh was torn off. It was in so much pain that it spat out a large amount of cold air. The black flame condor glowed with a cold light as frost appeared on its wings. Water and ice dual elemental demonic beasts. Lin Fei didn't move. He kept calming himself down. Since the two demonic beasts refused to give way to each other, there must be something important in the cave. Lin Fei couldn't ignore it. It wasn't impossible to snatch food from the tiger's mouth. Seeing that it couldn't enter the cave, the water dragon beast returned to the lake. Seeing that it had left, the black flame condor didn't stop its attacks. One wanted to go in, while the other tried to stop it. It seemed like neither side was willing to let the other in. A good chance. The battlefield gradually shifted to the surface of the lake. Lin Fei was overjoyed. His chance had come. A distance of 100 zhang seemed very far. Lin Fei was confident that he could rush into the cave without being discovered by the demonic beasts before they could react. Lin Fei tried his best to calm himself down. He took a deep breath and told himself not to be nervous. It wasn't a difficult task. Go. Opening his wind wings, Lin Fei shot out like a ray of light. After grasping the wind sword, he had a better understanding of the wind. In addition, he had already grasped the state of wind. Even Zhang Wen, who was a mystic spirit expert, had to admit his inferiority. Lin Fei's speed was very fast. The water dragon beast and the black flame condor didn't give way to each other and fought fiercely. Whoosh! I'm finally in. After entering the cave, a damp smell assaulted his nose. It was very dark, and there were many corpses on the ground. Lin Fei secretly observed the outside and heaved a sigh of relief when he realized that the demonic beasts outside didn't react. He was curious about what was inside that was worth the demonic beasts mobilizing. The battle between the two mystic adept demonic beasts was indeed incredible. The cave was very shallow. Lin Fei followed the walls of the cave and sneaked in. He quickly used his divine soul to sense the situation outside. Why is it an egg? At the end of the cave there was a pile of grass. A white egg appeared in Lin Fei's vision. Two demonic beasts, fighting to the death, just for an egg? Lin Fei was dumbfounded. He looked around and didn't find anything else. The egg wasn't very big. It was about the size of a watermelon on Earth. It looked very ordinary in the huge grass. Two mystic, adept, demonic beasts fighting over an egg? Ridiculous. Lin Fei couldn't think of a reason. He originally thought that it was a demonic beast egg laid by one of them, but it didn't seem like it. As far as he knew, the black flame condor's nest was on the cliff. As for the water dragon beast, its nest was always underwater. Apart from the water dragon beast itself, no one else knew about it. This white egg clearly didn't belong to the two demonic beasts outside. From the looks of it, they should be here for the demonic beast egg. Of course, they wouldn't take care of it out of kindness. They would most likely eat it. Lin Fei's eyes lit up when he heard that. Could it be a demonic beast? Chapter 231. Lin Fei had only recently read the Demonic Beast Encyclopedia, and he remembered many interesting things. Demonic beasts were one of them. He remembered them clearly. Demonic beasts were a mysterious existence in the world. They were much stronger than demonic beasts, especially when they grew up. A demonic beast would undoubtedly become a peerless overlord. There were many ancient demonic beasts living in the Xiantian continent. They were all powerful existences and were known as the overlords of the continent. As mentioned before, demonic beasts of the same strength were much stronger than humans of the same strength. This was because demonic beasts had strong defenses. Even if they were injured, they would still be stronger than humans. A mature demonic beast was many times stronger than a demonic beast. A super demonic beast could be easily killed by a demonic beast. Normally, the appearance of a demonic beast would cause people to fight over it. It would often lead to endless bloodshed. 500 years ago, a young demonic beast appeared. In order to snatch it, many experts fought over it. The mysterious king, mysterious sovereign, mysterious sect, and other super experts were drawn out. Countless large sects sent out their disciples. It was a bloody battle. Until now, many people still remembered it and could not forget it. In the end, the super expert who snatched the demonic beast came out 300 years later. He brought the matured demonic beast to take revenge on the large sections. The super expert actually caused the high and mighty figures to swallow their anger. From then on, the name of the demonic beast was known by everyone. Of course, the cultivation of a demonic beast was also very difficult. It could be seen that the super expert took the demonic beast and 300 years to cultivate it. Most people would not even think about it. Even if they exhausted their entire family's resources, they might not be able to cultivate it. Lin Fei thought of demonic beasts because demonic beasts had another use. For demonic beasts to grow and become super demonic beasts, other than cultivating for a long time, they had to encounter great opportunities and consume some natural treasures. The blood essence of demonic beasts was undoubtedly one of the natural treasures. The two mystic adept demonic beasts outside fought to the death for an egg. It must be for the blood essence. Every demonic beast had a noble bloodline. After consuming it, demonic beasts could change their bloodline and increase their strength. If they were lucky, their bloodline would be stimulated and they would become mutated demonic beasts. Mutated demonic beasts were much stronger than ordinary demonic beasts. There were even some ancient mutated demonic beasts whose strength was not inferior to demonic beasts. An unhatched exotic beast was equivalent to a huge cake. Could it be that my luck is especially good today and I can even encounter a legendary exotic beast? Lin Fei was excited. Mutated beasts, no matter what kind of mutated beast it was, would have a special ability unique to mutated beasts. Once it matured, no expert would dare to underestimate it. Ka. Lin Fei was thinking about how to take this egg away when he heard a cracking sound. Lowering his head to take a look, he was taken aback. The exotic beast was about to hatch. A crack appeared on the surface of the watermelon-sized white egg. Thumping sounds came from within. A flying exotic beast? Lin Fei guessed. It would be a lie to say that Lin Fei was not excited when an exotic beast appeared in front of him. Even if there were two mystic adept demonic beasts outside, it could not stop the joy in his heart. On the Xiantian continent, anyone who became a super expert or an overlord would have a powerful exotic beast by their side. It was either a mutated demonic beast or a super demonic beast. Apart from that, disciples of large clans and sects would have a demonic beast by their side to increase their strength. Demonic beasts were also important companions for martial artists. Martial artists of the same strength, if they met a martial artist with a demonic beast, they would immediately turn around and leave without saying anything. This was already an unspoken rule in the Xiantian continent. The power of the demonic beast made everyone understand that they could not lack such a powerful companion. Of course, it could also be considered a pet. Moreover, there was an exotic beast right now. The eggshell quickly broke. Lin Fei thought it would be an attack-type exotic beast. When the exotic beast came out, Lin Fei shouted, "Damn, a lizard!" No, it seems to be much smaller than a lizard. From the eggshell came a small black lizard-like creature the length of a chopstick. Its body was covered in scales, with distinct layers, up, down, left, and right. It had 4 chubby little feet, which made people think it was a small lizard. Hiss, hiss. The little thing was very excited when it saw Lin Fei. It chirped and actually appeared in his hand. Lin Fei was stunned. His mouth opened so wide that it could swallow an egg. Remarkable ability. After comprehending the concept of wind, Lin Fei had never seen anyone faster than him. Zhang Wen was one of them, but just now the little thing was clearly on the eggshell. In the next second, it appeared in his hand. It was unbelievable. Was it a connate remarkable ability or a spatial remarkable ability? The little thing's body was warm and it rolled around on his palm. It was naughty and lively. It appeared on the eggshell again and started eating the eggshell that was left on the grass. It wasn't very big, and in the blink of an eye, it had finished the eggshell. Once again, Lin Fei had the impression that the little thing was a foodie. After eating and drinking to its heart's content, the little thing appeared on his shoulder. It curled up and hung on his shoulder, falling asleep. Nanny! Lin Fei was speechless. He couldn't tell anything from its appearance just now, but he knew that it was a spatial beast. So far, there were only a few spatial beasts in the Xiantian continent. Lin Fei touched it. The little thing was soft, as if he could pinch it to death. But he didn't know why, but he felt a dangerous aura from it. What a strange little thing. Lin Fei suddenly had an idea. Why don't I check it with the system? Unknown exotic beast. With such a result, Lin Fei felt like jumping off a building. Damn it! You are an omnipotent leveling system. How can you not identify the origin of the little thing? This is too ridiculous. Dong, dong, dong. The cave shook violently and large pieces of rocks fell. Not good, the two demonic beasts know. Lin Fei turned around and rushed out. If he didn't leave, he would be buried alive. Bang! Rushing out of the cave, a gust of wind blew over, carrying a dangerous aura. Lin Fei flew to the side, narrowly dodging it. Another white mist blew over from behind. Cold, bone-chilling cold. His speed suddenly slowed down, and at the same time, a pair of giant claws came down from the sky. Instantly, Lin Fei was in danger. The two of them gave up on fighting and turned to attack Lin Fei alone. Demonic beasts above the mystic realm were actually connate demonic beasts, and they had a certain level of intelligence. With two mystic realm demonic beasts attacking together, Lin Fei was under great pressure. If not for the wings of the wind, he would have been killed in the first attack. Windstorm! A long sword appeared in Lin Fei's hand, and he immediately used the fourth move of the wind sword. It was a large-scale killing sword art. The gust of wind turned into a blade-like existence, landing on the two demonic beasts. The water dragon beast's blood splattered as wounds appeared on its body, while the black flame condor lost a lot of its black feathers. Roar! The water dragon beast was enraged as it spat out a mouthful of cold air at Lin Fei. Not good, my hand is frozen. The furious attack froze Lin Fei's left hand, and the cold air kept spreading. The origin energy in his body actually stagnated, and he couldn't circulate it. Lin Fei's heart sank. As expected of mystic realm demonic beasts, their attacks were terrifying. Hiss, hiss. At the crucial moment, the little fellow hanging on his shoulder seemed to have woken up from the cold. Its large eyes showed a trace of confusion before it became angry, as if someone had disturbed its sleep. It disappeared from his shoulder and reappeared on the water dragon beast's head. Bang! The black flame condor's sharp claws struck, and Lin Fei was sent flying. He didn't even have time to react, and the water fire lotus protecting him actually shattered layer by layer. I'm done for this time. He didn't have any fear when facing a profound perfection expert with a sword in his hand. Only when facing a mystic realm demonic beast did he realize how terrifying a mystic realm demonic beast was. Even a profound perfection expert's attack might not be able to break the water fire lotus. However, the black flame condor's attack broke the layers of the water fire lotus, causing it to lose its defense. This finally made Lin Fei understand why mystic realm demonic beasts always gave human cultivators headaches. Powerful, too powerful. Lin Fei originally thought that he would be able to hold on for a while, and he would definitely be able to escape from the hands of the demonic beast. Who would have thought that the strength of the demonic beast far exceeded his imagination? Roar! Lin Fei, who crashed into a tree and fell, thought that he was doomed. Suddenly, he saw an unbelievable scene. that powerful water dragon beast actually let out a loud roar, and with a plop, it lay on the ground, its huge body faintly trembling. The little thing was lying on its head, but for some reason, the water dragon beast didn't dare to resist. "It can't be!" Lin Fei couldn't help but exclaim. The next scene caused Lin Fei to be tongue-tied. He saw the little thing biting down on its head, but the water dragon beast was actually unmoved, allowing the blood to flow. Soon after, the little thing dragged out a demonic core, opened its mouth, and swallowed it, making crunching sounds. Lin Fei didn't know how to describe the little thing's ferocity. The demonic core was the lifeline of a demonic beast. After losing its demonic core, a demonic beast's strength would plummet. When it recovered, it would only have the strength of an ordinary demonic beast. For example, this mystic realm demonic beast, after losing its demonic core, its strength would only be at the mystic realm. At most, its defense would be slightly stronger, but it would never be weaker than the mystic realm. The black-flamed condor screamed in fear and flew into the sky in a panic, leaving behind a black and disappeared without a trace. The demonic beast wasn't stupid. After seeing the miserable state of the water dragon beast, how would it dare to stay? Wasn't that courting death? This is too awe-inspiring, too ferocious. Lin Fei had seen the ferocity of demonic beasts, and it was nothing special. But now a newborn little thing crippled the water dragon beast with a single bite. What was the meaning of this? This was ferocity, truly ferocious. After eating the demonic core, the little thing swayed and appeared on Lin Fei's shoulder. It rubbed its face, hung on his shoulder, and fell asleep. Roar! After the little thing left, the water dragon beast rolled on the ground, staring at Lin Fei with its blood-red eyes, as if it had a blood feud with him. Chapter 232. Whoosh! Lin Fei hesitated for a moment before immediately reacting. A white fog swept over, and a massive figure appeared. The ice that had originally cracked open on the ground was now completely frozen back together. Lin Fei's feet were also sealed in ice, and it seemed like he was fixed to the ice. Open! Lin Fei circulated his quintessence and shattered the ice beneath his feet, allowing him to break free. The aquatic dragon beast must have taken me as its enemy. Lin Fei retreated and instantly understood what was happening. At the same time, the water flame lotus appeared before him. The water flame lotus was covered with a white light. I don't know why this little thing ate the aquatic dragon beast's demonic core. Without its demonic core, the aquatic dragon beast's strength plummeted, and it wants to vent its anger on me. From the looks of it, it's going to eat me. Looking at the little thing on his shoulder, Lin Fei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. This was only the first day, and he had already caused such a big trouble. Lin Fei really didn't know what was waiting for him in the future. Shortly after, Lin Fei felt relieved. If it wasn't for the little thing, he would have been heavily injured, even if he didn't die. The little thing had helped him deal with a huge problem. After losing its demonic core, Lin Fei really didn't have anything to worry about. You were more arrogant than me earlier. Now it's my turn to show my might. Lin Fei laughed. After losing its demonic core, there really wasn't anything to worry about. Roar! Lin Fei's words thoroughly enraged the aquatic dragon beast. Water flame lotus. A huge lotus appeared beneath the aquatic dragon beast, enveloping it. Like wind. Wind. Lin Fei didn't stand on ceremony and brandished his sword. After losing its demonic core, the aquatic dragon beast lost more than half of its defense. Its entire body was covered in wounds. Despite losing its demonic core, the aquatic dragon beast sensed the danger and breathed out mouthfuls of cold air. The water flame lotus turned into a white lotus and shattered along with the aquatic dragon beast's huge impact. After escaping, the aquatic dragon beast actually abandoned Lin Fei and ran towards the lake. Where do you think you're going? Once the water dragon beast returned to the lake, Lin Fei really had no idea how to deal with it. Water Fire Lotus. Total annihilation. The water dragon beast was once again stalled, and the 10 swords flew out, forming a large disc that flickered with a dangerous light. Kill. In order to prevent the water dragon from escaping, Lin Fei decided to end the battle quickly. This was the first time Lin Fei had used the first level of total annihilation. Boom! The 10 long swords were like missiles, bombarding the body of the aquatic dragon beast. The aquatic dragon beast had already suffered a great loss of vitality after losing its demon core. Now that it was injured by the swords, it was already an arrow at the end of its flight. Total annihilation. Even though there were only 10 swords, it was still not something that the water dragon beast could withstand. Its massive head was blasted apart like a watermelon, and blood flowed all over the ground. After losing its head, the water dragon stopped moving after struggling for a while. A notification came from the leveling system. After killing the mystic adept demonic beast, Lin Fei obtained 500,000 experience and was a little happy. You little thing, you can even sleep in such a situation. Looking at the sleeping little thing on his shoulder, Lin Fei didn't know whether to laugh or cry. After consuming a healing pill to recover from his injuries and refining the frost energy in his body, Lin Fei heaved a sigh of relief. The frost energy just now could actually freeze true essence. If not for the little thing's help, Lin Fei would have broken out in cold sweat just thinking about it. Walking to the side of the water dragon beast, with its huge body, Lin Fei stood beside it like a huge mountain, as if he needed to look up at it. Such a huge mystic adept demonic beast, Lin Fei's eyes lit up. A mystic adept demonic beast was worth a lot of money outside, especially the materials on its body, which were all good stuff. A mystic adept demonic beast was even more precious. This demonic beast skin is good stuff. It can be used to make leather armor. The tendon of a mystic adept demonic beast is also good stuff. It's a pity that this blood can be used to temper the body. Soon, Lin Fei took out all the valuable items from the water dragon beast. Even though the skin of the water dragon beast was hard, it was easy to clean up with the baleful black saber. This meat should taste good. With the system's warehouse, Lin Fei didn't mind getting some. If these things were placed outside, I could get at least tens of thousands of mystic spirit stones. Every mystic adept demonic beast was incomparably powerful. After a simple exchange, Lin Fei's heart palpitated at the strength of mystic adept demonic beasts. For example, this water dragon beast was one with ice and water, and the frost energy it breathed could actually freeze true essence. Anyone who slowed down would definitely lose, unless they encountered a fire element martial artist. I can tell with a single glance that this aquatic dragon beast lives in this lake. I wonder if there's anything good in its lair. Lin Fei couldn't help but look at the lake. After a moment of hesitation, he headed straight for the lake, preparing to head straight for its nest. Water Fire Lotus. Under the protection of his body, Lin Fei dived into the water. The bottom of the lake was crystal clear, but there were many big fishes hunting for small fishes. The moment Lin Fei thought about it, he realized that the blood of the water dragon beast must have become nourishment for the big fishes fighting over it. Under the protection of the Water Fire Lotus, there was no danger. It seemed that the water dragon beast had killed all the powerful martial artists in the lake. I can see its nest. After descending 100 feet, Lin Fei saw a cave below. It's fortunate that my strength has increased, or I wouldn't have been able to reach this level. Ordinary martial artists would have long been crushed by the pressure, not to mention descending. The cave was very safe. There's so many corpses. The water dragon beast must have lived here for a long time. It's a pity that it met this little thing. Lin Fei shook his head. Walking into the cave, he saw that there were many white bones on the ground. Many of them had been buried by the survivors as time passed. From the size of the bones, it was possible to tell that the ones who had died here were powerful demonic beasts or even larger ones. The cave was not very long, but it was large. There were many things piled up in the corner, but they had all become scrap metal after being submerged in the water. What a pity! After a round of searching, Lin Fei's eyes lit up. Profound spirit stones. There was a large pile of high-quality profound spirit stones. There were at least 1,000 mid-grade profound spirit stones piled up like a small mountain. In fact, there were more than 1,000. There were a total of 5,000 mid-grade profound spirit stones. Haha, riches come from danger. The ancients were right. After killing Qing Mang last time, he had plundered tens of thousands of low-grade profound spirit stones and 200 mid-grade ones. Adding that to his previous gains, he had about 500 mid-grade profound spirit stones. Adding the 5,000 mid-grade profound spirit stones, he now had more than 500,000 low-grade profound spirit stones. He had a pretty good net worth. With these 500,000 low-grade profound spirit stones, I can increase my qi in one go and directly break through to the late stage of profound practitioner. Profound spirit stones were used for cultivation in the first place. Lin Fei should be in the mid-stage of profound practitioner. After absorbing this batch of profound spirit stones, his qi could reach the late stage of profound practitioner. More than 500,000 low-grade profound spirit stones was something the entire Lin family could not come up with. This was the difference between a large family and an unaffiliated person. An unaffiliated person, unless they had some luck, would never be able to control hundreds of thousands of low-grade, profound spirit stones in their lifetime. After a round of inspection, he confirmed that there was nothing good in the cave. As for the scrap metal, Lin Fei did not care for them. They had lost their effects, and it would be troublesome to bring them out. Coming out of the lake, Lin Fei could already feel the aura of the demonic beasts outside. The water dragon is dead, and the pressure it left behind has dissipated. I can't suppress those strong demonic beasts anymore. Looking at the corpse of the water dragon that could not be taken away, Lin Fei felt that it was a pity. This was a great demonic beast of the profound adept realm. Its flesh was valuable, and after a martial artist ate it, it would improve their physique. Martial artists of large families needed meat for every meal. For example, the disciples of the divine martial sect ate meat because meat could increase their physical strength. Over time, it would improve their physique and build a martial artist's body. Lin Fei believed that this place would soon become a battlefield for demonic beasts, especially those strong demonic beasts. At night, the starry sky shone brightly. Lin Fei sat cross-legged on a towering tree, digesting the benefits brought by the water dragon. After leaving the lake, Lin Fei only stopped after traveling 300 to 400 li. After his qi increased, flying for half a day was not a problem at all. The meat of a profound, adept demonic beast is indeed beneficial. Since he still had time, he would absorb the profound spirit stones first. Due to the continuous appearance of strong demonic beasts, Lin Fei did not dare to let his guard down. This was a dangerous demonic beast mountain range. Today he was lucky to meet 2 profound adept demonic beasts. If he met a profound adept demonic beast one day, he would not even be able to run. He took out the inferior grade profound spirit stone and held it in his hand. He absorbed the spiritual energy inside and then converted it into qi. After a moment, Lin Fei frowned. Isn't this too slow? Originally, he thought that absorbing the profound spirit stone should be quite fast, but when he actually absorbed it, it was as slow as a tortoise. After a rough calculation, he would need 4 to 6 hours to absorb a profound spirit stone at his current speed. He could not possibly absorb it for the entire day. Is there a way to speed it up? Without the spiritual liquid in his hand, the speed of strengthening qi slowed down. Lin Fei did not care about his realm. Qi was something that could not be ignored. If qi was too weak, no matter how strong the attack was, it might not be able to unleash its true power. Even if his realm increased, his strength would be greatly affected. Lin Fei did not want to do things that would spoil things through excessive enthusiasm. How could he absorb spiritual energy so quickly? Lin Fei frowned and stared at the profound spirit stone in his hand. For some reason, staring at the profound spirit stone, a familiar feeling emerged in his heart. Sure. The spiritual energy in the profound spirit stone rushed into his body through his palm and was converted into qi. When Lin Fei reacted, the low-grade profound spirit stone in his hand had lost its color and turned into powder with a gentle pinch. Gone. Lin Fei only felt that in the past moment, the spiritual energy contained in the profound spirit stone in his hand had been completely absorbed. 9 Revolutions Mental Cultivation Method. Lin Fei, who was sitting cross-legged, stood up excitedly. With a tentative attitude, he took out another piece of low-grade, profound spirit stone and activated the 9 Revolutions Mental Cultivation Method. Immediately, like a fish in the water, the spiritual energy was converted into qi and became a part of his body. Lin Fei was excited. Could it be that the greatest function of the 9 Revolutions Mental Cultivation Method left behind is to quickly absorb spiritual energy? In addition to relying on one's own comprehension, the other aspect of a martial artist's cultivation was to absorb the profound spirit stone. Through this method, a powerful martial artist could be cultivated, absorbing the profound spirit stone. There were fast and slow ones. The fast ones were a few hours, the slow ones were 20 hours, and so on. This was related to the quality of the mental cultivation method. A good mysterious art mental cultivation method could easily absorb the spiritual energy of the profound spirit stone. If it was an inferior mysterious art mental cultivation method, naturally there was no such speed. But at this time, Lin Fei found that the speed at which he absorbed spiritual energy in less than a few breaths far exceeded other mental cultivation methods. Could it be that the 9 Revolutions Mental Cultivation Method is a heaven rank mental cultivation method? The yellow rank mental cultivation method does not have this effect, and the profound rank mental cultivation method may not be able to reach this effect. At the beginning, there was a rumor in the divine martial sect that the 9 Revolutions Mental Cultivation Method was an incomplete mental cultivation method, and no one could successfully cultivate it. I have the existence of the system and can directly ignore the drawbacks of the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method. Lin Fei thought for a long time. This reason was more tenable. The incomplete mental cultivation method, the system had opened a search task, and it seemed to indicate that this 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method was extraordinary and was definitely not an ordinary mental cultivation method. Even if it was not a heaven rank mental cultivation method, it was inevitable that it was an earth rank mental cultivation method. After the system expelled the cultivation method, Lin Fei's vision had long been raised to another level. Naturally, he would not care about the yellow rank and the profound rank. After thinking it through, Lin Fei was in a good mood. The 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method can quickly absorb the profound spirit stone and quickly convert it into true essence. It won't be long before I reach the ladder, or even the great perfection stage. Lin Fei's thoughts were clear, and he sat down cross-legged again. I wonder what it will be like to absorb the mid-grade profound spirit stone with the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method. Taking out another profound spirit stone. This was a mid-grade profound spirit stone. Soon, Lin Fei frowned and his expression changed. Damn, what a scam. The low-grade profound spirit stone was absorbed clean in a few breaths, and when it was used on the mid-grade profound spirit stone, The spiritual energy did not leak out at all. This time, Lin Fei was speechless. Could it be that the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method can only absorb low-grade profound spirit stones and not mid-grade profound spirit stones? Or to absorb mid-grade profound spirit stones, do I need the remnant scroll of the mysterious Master Realm? It was no wonder that Lin Fei would have such an idea. From the moment he started cultivating the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method, Lin Fei knew the difference. First of all, the true essence cultivated was thicker than ordinary true essence and more powerful than other true essence. From that moment on, Lin Fei had always suspected the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method. Later, because of trivial matters, he did not study it. The 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method could not absorb the spiritual energy of the mid-grade, profound spirit stone. Lin Fei was a little unhappy. Fortunately, he could absorb the low-grade, profound spirit stone at the moment, so he did not have to worry about it before the great perfection stage. When I have time in the future, I must find the rest of the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method. For now, it was better to absorb the low-grade, profound spirit stone first. P.S. Recommending my friend White Horse God's new book, which is currently in Sanjiang, Urban Wizard. Book number 256834. Kicked out of the army because of injustice? Served as a bodyguard, but was possessed by the ancient wizard among the stone men? Fortunately, Luo Tian was lucky enough to escape the disaster with a 9-heaven obsidian flame token. Moreover, it was a blessing in disguise to obtain the endless witchcraft inheritance. Chapter 233. 3 days and 3 nights. Lin Fei didn't stop for a moment, constantly absorbing the low-grade, profound spirit stone. At first, he thought that there would be a limit to absorbing the low-grade, profound spirit stone. As he absorbed, he observed. How could he know that under the use of the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method, his body was like a huge lake, absorbing true essence without any effect? Lin Fei went from worry to relief, absorbing the low-grade, profound spirit stone with all his might. That night, Lin Fei, who had been sitting cross-legged, finally opened his eyes. His eyes produced wind blades that shot into the forest opposite, leaving a long mark. This was when true essence reached a certain level. I've finally absorbed all the low-grade, profound spirit stone. Lin Fei stood up and jumped down from the tree. His body made a caw-caw sound, and his whole body felt comfortable. 3 days and 3 nights of continuous absorption of low-grade, profound spirit stone. There were tens of thousands of them. If it was an ordinary martial artist, they could absorb at most 10 low-grade, profound spirit stones a day, and it would take more than a year to refine tens of thousands of them. Letting out a long breath, Lin Fei felt that his body had undergone a huge change. The surrounding sounds could be heard more clearly. His eyes could see farther, his body was lighter, and the surging true essence in his body made him feel as if every move was full of power. Tens of thousands of low-grade, profound spirit stones. My true essence should not be inferior to those late-stage, profound practitioners, right? Although he hadn't tried it, Lin Fei recalled the 2 late-stage, profound practitioners beside Qinxian. The true essence in their bodies was far inferior to his. It seemed that if he faced them now, he could kill them easily with a single move. It feels so good to have great power. Unable to help himself, Lin Fei let out a sharp cry, scaring countless birds. In just a few days, his strength had increased again and again. At the same time, he discovered the mysteries of the 9 Revolutions mental cultivation method. The benefits were beyond imagination. Gulp, gulp. It's time to eat something. In the Demon Beast mountain range, there were suddenly many people these days, seemingly searching for something. The originally dangerous Demon Beast mountain range suddenly became lively, and teams of all sizes formed together to search the Demon Beast mountain range. Little brother, are you alone? Why don't you join our adventure group? I guarantee that you'll be satisfied. What kind of demonic beasts have we not hunted before? With the money we earn, it won't be a problem for us to marry a girl. Lin Fei had just come out of a forest. He had not yet digested the news that these people had appeared when he was invited by a skinny man. What happened outside these few days? Why are there so many people all of a sudden? Did something happen? Originally, Lin Fei had planned to look for the Earth Dragon Beast. However, the demonic beast mountain range was too big, and Lin Fei had not been able to find it. Instead of finding the Earth Dragon Beast, he had encountered a large group of people. Lin Fei remembered that the demonic beast mountain range was huge, and it was the barrier between the three dynasties. Adventurers and mercenaries would often appear in this mountain range. Lin Fei was covered in dust and looked very tired. That was just a way to cover it up. It was easy to misunderstand that he was traveling alone. I think, I don't need it anymore. Lin Fei laughed dryly. Not far away, a group of people burst into laughter. Monkey, don't bully children. A sturdy middle-aged man walked out from the crowd and berated Monkey. Monkey smiled. I'm bored. The middle-aged man walked to Lin Fei. Are you a loner? Loners. Lin Fei knew that in the Xintian continent, those who liked to travel alone were generally referred to as loners. At this moment, Lin Fei's appearance was similar. He was dressed in a black robe and carried a sword case on his back. No matter how one looked at him, he was a loner. No wonder the other party would misunderstand him. I'm a loner, Lin Fei said. The middle-aged man said politely, You are young, but your skills are not bad. I admire loners like you the most. You flatter me. I'm just making a living. The middle-aged man invited. Since you are alone, why don't you come over to our place? Lin Fei sniffed. It turned out that they were cooking, so he did not refuse. Then I'll bother you. Lin Fei soon figured it out. It was a group of adventurers, and had a total of 8 members. The strongest amongst them was the middle-aged man, Zhang Qian, who was at the advanced stage of the profounder realm. His companions were at the intermediate stage and initial stage of the profounder realm, so their overall strength wasn't bad. Their mission was to help capture an earth dragon beast in the mountains. Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. He had been searching for traces of the earth dragon beast, but in the end he met an adventure group that wanted to capture an earth dragon beast. He really did not know if it was arranged by the heavens. Little brother, your swordsmanship should be good. We happen to be lacking an expert in swordsmanship. Why don't you join our adventure group? After we capture the earth dragon beast, we will definitely give you a share. Besides, the demonic beast mountain range is not safe these days. If you are not careful, you might lose your life. Zhang Qian invited. Little brother, you can't go wrong listening to our leader. The man called Monkey said with a smile. This man was called Luo Jia. Lin Fei could not help but ask, I have been cultivating in the mountains. I don't know what happened outside. Can you tell me about it, Leader Zhang? Zhang Qian said with a smile. Actually, it's nothing. I don't know who spread the news that there is a tomb in our demonic beast mountain range. It is said that it is the tomb of a profound emperor expert. So, the people outside have been searching for the tomb so that they can get the treasures first. It turned out that the people he saw in the mountains were here for the treasures in the tomb. Ah, the tomb of the profound emperor? Lin Fei showed a surprised expression. This is a big matter. Luo Jia finally saw someone who was weaker than him. He laughed and said, Leader, I finally found someone who is weaker than me. When I first heard the news, I also had the same expression. Zhang Qian glared at him and said, Go and drink your soup. The others laughed along with him. How should I put it? No one knows where the tomb of the profound emperor is. Even if they know, it is not a place that people like us can go. The tomb of the profound emperor will attract many experts. I am afraid that the 3 dynasties will take action when they hear the news. Zhang Qian said indifferently. A burly man next to him said, The tomb has nothing to do with us. However, the mountains are not safe. I really don't know who spread the news. The originally safe area is now filled with high-level demonic beasts from time to time. Lin Fei roughly understood the situation. A tomb of the profound emperor appeared in the demonic beast mountain range. No matter whether the news was true or not, it would definitely cause a huge commotion. No wonder everyone took action when they heard the news. As everyone knew, the strength of a martial artist was profound practitioner, profound master, profound spirit, profound king, profound emperor, profound ancestor, profound venerable, profound sage, and profound emperor. Now that a tomb of the profound emperor appeared, it was a big matter. Lin Fei couldn't help but be tempted. No one knew what kind of treasures would be left in the tomb of a profound emperor expert. They wouldn't care about the middle-sized dynasties. This was definitely a big matter for a small dynasty. If the profound emperor expert left behind some kind of elixir, peerless divine weapon, or secret technique, it would definitely be of great help to a small dynasty. A middle-sized dynasty must have a profound emperor expert, while a small dynasty only had a profound king expert. It was a whole level difference. The tomb of a profound emperor expert was equivalent to a big cake. If the tomb was in another place, another dynasty, perhaps no one would think much of it. Now that the tomb was in the demonic beast mountain range, it was equivalent to giving the 3 dynasties a reason. No one would miss this opportunity. Thank you for the reminder, Captain Zhang. I will temporarily join your team. Lin Fei thought for a moment. The matter of the tomb was too far away. He should improve his strength first. In the next few days, Lin Fei became a member of the adventure team. After a small demonstration of his sword art, no one dared to look down on this mid-stage, profound practitioner young man. He had become a lone ranger at such a young age and was able to cultivate such a powerful sword art. This would definitely make them look at him in a new light. The Xiantian continent was a world where the strong ruled. Since Lin Fei's sword art was outstanding, they naturally had to admire him. Be careful, everyone. The earth dragon beasts should be up ahead. In just a few days, Lin Fei's mental state had calmed down a lot, and his understanding of the wind had improved. Zhang Qian's expression was solemn. He asked them to stop and arranged for a teammate with Qinggong to go check on the earth dragon beasts. Xiao Lin, don't be nervous. The earth dragon beasts are the easiest to deal with. Although they live in groups, as long as we lure them out and attack together, we will definitely be able to capture them. Luo Jia began to boast again. Lin Fei was indeed not nervous. The reason why he frowned just now was because he had gone in the wrong direction. He was very grateful to Zhang Qian for bringing him here. He had decided to help them when the time came. Half a month ago, Lin Fei might have thought that the earth dragon beasts were powerful. But half a month later, he realized that the earth dragon beasts were just SOSO. He could capture them easily. After a while, that person came back. Captain, there is a group of earth dragon beasts 2 miles ahead. There are about 8 of them. The strongest one is a peak profounder. There are 3 late-stage profounders, 2 mid-stage profounders, and 2 early-stage profounders. Hearing the news, Zhang Qian said excitedly, 8 earth dragon beasts should belong to a small group. With our team, we should be able to take them down, except for the peak earth dragon beast. They were all old partners. Zhang Qian was very familiar with the earth dragon beasts. Soon they discussed how to attack. Xiao Lin, your sword art is powerful. You can hide by the side and attack one of its body parts. We will be able to take down the earth dragon beasts, Zhang Qian explained. Lin Fei nodded. I will listen to Big Brother Zhang. Zhang Qian said, Good. This adventure group was very powerful. They had a special way to deal with the earth dragon beasts. They would lure them out with special food. A group of earth dragon beasts was more than enough to annihilate their team. The best way was to lure the earth dragon beasts out one by one. The first one they lured was a mid-stage profounder earth dragon beast. It was obvious that the Earth Dragon beast could not resist the taste of food. Chapter 234. Poof! In an empty forest, an invisible sword pierced through the back of the Earth Dragon beast. Roar! Immediately, the Earth Dragon beast let out a miserable shriek. Everyone rushed out, and countless attacks landed on the Earth Dragon beast's body. With a loud rumble, the huge Earth Dragon beast collapsed. Shortly after, a golden rune flew out and landed on the Earth Dragon beast. Everything happened in the blink of an eye. The Earth Dragon beast didn't even have time to notify its companions before it was captured. You don't understand, right? This is a pet bag. It's used to collect demonic beasts. Lin Fei walked out from the dark and was curious when he saw them taking out a pet bag. He was the one who attacked the Earth Dragon beast with the sword. It hit the Earth Dragon beast's only weakness and heavily injured it. Last time, Lin Fei defeated the Earth Dragon beast with the Waterfire Lotus and the Netherworld Sword. Only then did he realize that the Earth Dragon beast had such a weakness. Looks like I've followed the right person this time. I can learn a lot. Lin Fei was in a good mood after knowing the Earth Dragon beast's weakness. He had mastered the wind sword art, so it would be easier for him to deal with the Earth Dragon beast. Lin Fei was curious when he saw the Earth Dragon beast being kept in a small pet bag. After hearing the explanation, he realized that the pet bag was so useful. No wonder they didn't worry about bringing the Earth Dragon beast out. Having a pet bag saved them a lot of trouble. From them, Lin Fei learned that an Earth Dragon beast was worth 50,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones. The weaker ones were cheaper, while the stronger ones were more expensive. As for the Earth Dragon beasts on the Bloody Arena, they were worth around 30 to 40,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones. Shaolin, it's all thanks to your excellent sword art. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to capture the Earth Dragon beast so easily. Zhang Qian walked out and said to Lin Fei gratefully. Most people didn't know that the Earth Dragon beast had a weakness. Zhang Qian had bought it from someone else at a high price. Even though they knew the Earth Dragon beast's weakness, it would not be easy to heavily injure it unless the person was a skilled swordsman. Back then, when they invited Lin Fei to join them, other than the fact that he was so young and impressive, they also wanted to find an expert swordsman. However, they did not expect Lin Fei's swordsmanship to be so powerful that he was able to strike the Earth Dragon beast's weakness with a single strike. Big Brother Zhang, don't say that. You've opened my eyes today. I'm afraid that I'll make a fool of myself. Lin Fei said with a smile and a modest face. Zhang Qian's impression of Lin Fei improved once again. Anyone would like an expert swordsman who is neither humble nor arrogant. Do you want to take a break? Lin Fei shook his head. No need. Let's catch more Earth Dragon beasts while it's still early. From that formless sword strike, Zhang Qian knew that Lin Fei was an expert swordsman. As a late-stage profound practitioner, he had been to many places and seen many swordsman experts, but none of them could compare to Lin Fei. It would be great if we could make Lin Fei stay. Zhang Qian sighed. With Lin Fei's help, the Earth Dragon beast's weakness was exposed one by one. It had to be said that today was the Earth Dragon beast's unlucky day. Other than the last Earth Dragon beast, all the other Earth Dragon beasts were taken down. None of them were injured, which was beyond imagination. This was something that had never happened before. The group of people admired Lin Fei from the bottom of their hearts. They had never experienced such a good thing before. In the past, they would almost always return with injuries on their hands when they hunted demonic beasts. This was the first time they experienced it. With such an expert swordsman around, things were much easier for them. All right, let's pack up. We can go back now. Zhang Qian put away the pet bags one by one. Each of the pet bags contained an Earth Dragon beast. There were inferior grade, profound spirit stones in the bags, which could help the demonic beasts recover from their injuries. Such a pet bag was not cheap. It could be sold for 5,000 inferior grade, profound spirit stones each. 7 pet bags cost a total of 35,000 inferior grade, profound spirit stones. When they returned from this trip, they would have a great harvest and would be able to earn quite a sum of money. Shaolin, are you curious why we didn't catch the last earth dragon beast? Luo Jia ran over again. He loved to show off in front of Lin Fei. Lin Fei had a good impression of Luo Jia. In the words of Earth, Luo Jia was more of a man on the outside. If he was trained well and matched with his current appearance, he would definitely be a king on the inside. Is there something going on here? Zhang Qian walked over after packing up. Don't listen to his nonsense. The last earth dragon beast is not easy to catch because it has a temper. It will go crazy if it doesn't see its companions for a long time, especially when it smells blood. Usually, we don't catch the last earth dragon beast. Lin Fei nodded. So that's what happened. Silently remembering this place, Lin Fei planned to find a chance to return to this area at night to look for the earth dragon beast. That earth dragon beast at the peak must have a puppet to expiate souls. With his current speed, it would not take long for him to rush over at night. Lin Fei made up his mind to leave at night when they were asleep, lest they ask him to stay. Everyone walked out happily. This time the mission was completed very quickly, exceeding their expectations. There was one more powerful sword master among them. The group chatted and laughed. Lin Fei became their hero. Even he, who had always been thick-skinned, could not stand it. They were really too enthusiastic. For example, Luo Jia said that he would treat him to a drink and find him a few beautiful girls to relieve his boredom. Lin Fei did not know whether to laugh or cry. Only a man on the inside would do that. The 7 earth dragon beasts could be sold for more than 200,000 Xian spirit stones. After deducting a part of it, each of them could get 20 to 30,000 Xian spirit stones. This amount of Xian spirit stones was enough for them to not need to go out on missions for a year. As the name suggested, adventurers would encounter danger from time to time. Once they encountered a powerful demonic beast, it was normal for them to be wiped out. Usually, an adventurer team would choose to rest for a period of time after completing a mission. Apart from using it to cultivate, it was more to relax so that their minds would not be suppressed by nervousness. As everyone knew, the missions that adventurers completed were usually aimed at demonic beasts. Everyone knew how dangerous demonic beasts were. Once they captured a powerful demonic beast, their minds would be tense. Every once in a while, the adventure team had to relax and change their minds. Although they did not encounter any casualties when they captured the earth dragon beasts this time, this was one of the many dangers they encountered along the way. As soon as they entered a forest, Lin Fei, who was talking and laughing, suddenly stopped. His expression changed, and he pulled Luo Jiao out. Everyone get out of the way. There's an ambush. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Countless arrows shot out from the forest. Despite Lin Fei's warning, they all stopped moving. The arrows hit them directly and sent them flying. Bang, bang, bang. 2 of their teammates couldn't react in time and were killed on the spot. The arrows they used were dipper arrows, which could break the protective aura around them. Once the protective aura was broken, their bodies would not be able to withstand it. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. A large number of arrows instantly appeared where they were standing. The tails of the arrows were swaying, emitting a murderous aura. 2 were killed and 3 were injured. The entire team suffered a great loss. Not bad. You even managed to dodge that. A group of people walked out from the forest. The person in the lead was a young man in luxurious clothes. He looked elegant, but his face was a lot darker. His subordinates were holding on to arrows. They were the ones who launched the sneak attack earlier. Young Master Lin, the 7 earth dragon beasts are in the hands of Zhang Qian's team leader. Should we rob them? Beside the young man, who was addressed as young Master Lin, stood a shifty-eyed middle-aged man. He had triangular eyes and his head was lowered, occasionally glancing at the forest. "Lu Jian, you bastard!" Zhang Qian, who was hiding behind a tree, was filled with grief and anger. Lin Fei dragged Luo Jia and hid behind the tree. He had sensed the murderous aura earlier and realized that someone had launched a sneak attack. He didn't expect them to use dipper arrows, which were specially used to break protective aura. "Let me out. I will fight them to the death." Although Luo Jia was indifferent, he wanted to go out and take revenge after seeing his companions die. However, he was helplessly grabbed by Lin Fei. "If you go out, you will be throwing your life away. If you die, your companions will have died for nothing." Luo Jia was suppressed by Lin Fei's shout. "I will kill them." Lin Fei asked, "Who are those people? Why did they ambush you?" Lin Fei was filled with anger when he saw the dipper arrows. If it wasn't for his quick reaction, he might have been flustered. Luo Jia said angrily, "What young master, Lin? We don't know him. However, we know Lu Jian. He is a member of our adventure team. We chased him out because he wasn't clean. I didn't expect him to bring people here to ambush us." Lin Fei's face sank. "He deserves death." Lin Fei hated being betrayed by his companions the most. Thinking back, it was probably thanks to Lu Jian's spy that they were able to ambush them here. "Fine. Captain Zhang, you chased me out back then. Do you regret this day?" Lu Jian didn't care about what Lin Fei said about him. He felt great when he saw his companions die in the blink of an eye. He wanted nothing more than to step on them. Zhang Qian was furious. I do regret it. If I knew you were such a cruel and unscrupulous person, I would have killed you back then." "Enough! Enough!" Young Master Lin snorted coldly. "I don't care what grudges you have. I heard that Captain Zhang has a map of the demonic Beast Mountain Range. Hand it over immediately, and I can let you live." Zhang Qian's face sank. "Young Hero Lin, leave quickly." Zhang Qian immediately guessed that young Master Lin was the young master of some clan, especially because the guards by his side were at the intermediate stage of the profounder realm, and the middle-aged man by his side was even at the perfection stage of the profounder realm. Zhang Qian couldn't afford to offend such strength. The only thing he could do was inform them to leave. "Humph, I'll give you a choice. Just agree to it. There's no need for me to take it myself." Young Master Lin said coldly, "Capture Captain Zhang alive. Kill the rest. Understood." Chapter 235. Wind and Lightning Kill. The two late-stage Profound Realm experts were as fast as phantoms. They instantly closed a distance of 300 meters and appeared behind the two wounded members. They raised their hands and slapped down. Bang! Bang! The sound of wind and lightning colliding hit the two from the front and the back. One of them was an early-stage Profound Realm expert, while the other was a mid-stage Profound Realm expert. They couldn't even resist a single move from the two late-stage Profound Realm experts and were sent flying. Of the 8 members, 2 were killed by the astral-piercing arrow, and the other 2 were killed. They lost half of their strength. "Kakik, today, all of you will die in this place." The wind element martial artist, Qin Yang, sneered. He looked over as if he was looking at a dead man. When the 2 of them attacked, very few people could escape from their hands. "I'll kill you all." A man who had been hiding behind a tree slashed down with his long saber, creating a several-meter-long saber light. "It's just a saber light." Rumble. The thunderous attack turned into streaks of lightning power. The saber light was shattered and turned into nothingness. The man fell from the sky with a plop. Black smoke rose from his body, and he turned into a charred corpse when he landed on the ground. The thunder element martial artist, Raymond, used the power of lightning. The man's strength wasn't high, so he couldn't resist the power of lightning and was killed on the spot. The 2 cooperated well and killed 3 martial artists in the blink of an eye. It was as if they didn't believe in the clouds and didn't use any tricks. You go deal with that bullshit, Captain. Raymond nodded and went straight for Zhang Qian. 5 blow thunderstruck. Rumble. In the lush forest, boundless blue, lightning struck down. Regardless of whether it was a thick tree or anything else, everything was burned into charcoal by the lightning. A large pit appeared on the ground, and a burning smell pervaded the air. Zhang Qian was forced out and looked very miserable. His strength was much weaker. Thunder element martial artists belonged to a different category of martial artists. They cultivated special cultivation techniques and comprehended special powers. Thunder element was one of them. It was a mutated power and was very powerful. Wooden cage. Zhang Qian wiped the blood from the corner of his mouth and waved his hands. Wood element ability. A large patch of green vines appeared below Raymond, firmly trapping his opponent. Zhang Qian opened his mouth and spat out a sword, emitting an overwhelming killing intent as it pierced towards Raymond's chest. Watch out. This is Zhang Qian's specialty, cage attack. Raymond didn't think much of it. True thunder explosion. Rumble. Following which, a blue lightning whip lashed out and struck Zhang Qian's body, shattering the stellar energy barrier around him and sending him flying. Bang! 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 In less than a round, Zhang Qian was no match for his opponent and was severely injured. Lu Jian, are you sure that Zhang Qian has a map of the demonic beast mountain range? With an irresistible tone, it made one feel as if a mountain was pressing down on them, making it hard for them to breathe. Lord Lin, don't worry. I can guarantee with my head that the map of the Demon Beast mountain range is on Zhang Qian. Back then, I secretly saw Zhang Qian take out the map. There's no mistake. Lu Jian lowered his head, his forehead covered with sweat. I'll believe you this time. You, as Lu Yu. A cold aura locked onto the opponent. The man in black pointed his crossbow at Lu, as if to prove his words. If he couldn't find the map, he would be turned into a hedgehog. Lu Jian's forehead was covered in sweat. Thunder element Raymond defeated Zhang Qian with ease. On the other side, the wind attribute cultivator, Qinyang, moved like the wind. With every step he took, he left a trail of wind blades in his surroundings. Clearly, he had grasped the wind attribute to an extremely high level. A mid-stage profound practitioner and an early-stage profound practitioner. Wind Cloud, 13 swords. The wind element cultivator used his finger as a sword and executed a powerful sword art. Sword Qi crisscrossed, forming a huge net that covered Lin Fei's hiding spot. Everywhere the net passed, rocks shattered, trees toppled, and even the air seemed to be sliced apart. The wind element martial artist, Qinyang, stopped after making his move. No one could survive the wind cloud, 13 swords. Although the range wasn't large, Qinyang didn't sense them leaving his attack range. Usually they died under his sword. What a slow sword art! Suddenly he heard a cold snort. The wind element cultivator stabbed out with his sword, shooting out a sword ray. Uft! A black sword flew out of Qinyang's chest with blood on it. Qinyang fell to the ground, killed in one strike. TSK, you want to kill me with such a trashy sword art? After learning the wind sword, Lin Fei's understanding of the wind was improving every day. Now that he had the advantage in speed, killing his opponent was nothing in his eyes. Old Chen. Raymond was about to cripple Zhang Qian, but he didn't expect to see his old friend die a miserable death. 5-blow thunderstruck. In midair, thunder sounded continuously, rumbling down, all of them rushing towards Lin Feng. A water-fire lotus appeared on Lin Fei's body, shooting out blue arcs of lightning and numbing his body. What a powerful lightning power! If this person had reached the perfection realm, even I wouldn't dare to take a head-on. But now it's nothing. He actually blocked it. The lightning element cultivator, Raymond, hesitated for a moment and missed the opportunity. Lin Fei's figure dashed forward, replacing a sword with one hand. Wind. Rip. Raymond's protective energy was broken, leaving a wound on his chest, blood flowing out. Ever since he started cultivating the lightning element, Raymond had never met such an expert. Rushing thunder fist. As quintessential essence surged out, arcs of blue lightning crackled around Lin Fei like bolts of lightning. Storm. Tornadoes appeared one after another, crashing into Raymond's body. Crack, crack, crack. He didn't have the time to put up his protective energy, and his body was badly mutilated. Like wind. Raymond felt a gentle breeze, and he felt a sharp pain in his throat. He immediately covered his bleeding throat. You're so strong. In the blink of an eye, 2 late-stage profound practitioners died in Lin Fei's hands. Little Lin, you. Zhang Qian's body was filled with the smell of burning. He struggled to get up with great difficulty and stared at the scene in front of him, dumbfounded. 2 late-stage profound practitioners died just like that? This unexpected scene made Zhang Qian feel as if he was in a dream, and he couldn't recover from it. The sword expert he casually invited was actually a powerful sword expert. Big Brother Zhang, don't speak. This is a healing pill. Sit down and heal first. I will handle everything. Lin Fei took out a healing pill. In just a few days, Lin Fei had learned many things from this adventurer group. He didn't even have time to stop them when he saw them dying in the other party's hands. Lin Fei felt ashamed. The anger in his stomach was directed at them. Lin Fei was very unhappy. If his thoughts were not clear, he would only clear them after killing them. Hurry up and shoot him to death. Shoot him to death. 2 late-stage, profound practitioners died in the hands of a young man one after another. Lin Wei's face sank. Swish, swish, swish. A dense number of broken star swords shot over. Wind. Pa, pa, pa. The broken star swords in the air were cut in half and fell from the sky. PFFF, PFFF, PFFF. The surrounding men in black all covered their throats and fell to the ground. Wind turned the wind into a formless killing move, and they could actually block it. In less than a moment, only Lin Fei and Lu Jian were left on the scene. Sir, you are very capable. This young master has misjudged you. Lin Wei sneered. I am a disciple of the Lin family. This young master will treat everything that happened today as if nothing had happened. You can take Lu Jian away, and we will not owe each other anything. Bang! Lin Wei slammed his palm on Lu Jian's dantian, and the latter fell to the ground. Ah, my strength! That palm directly crippled the other party. Lin Wei's scheming was deep. A person who helped in the front could cripple the dantian in the back. Lin Wei came from a great clan, and his experience was naturally incomparable to ordinary people. He realized that he had encountered an expert who might even be a perfected realm expert. If he did not handle it well, he might die here. Hence, he secretly brought his men to make a contribution, so that his clansmen would know how powerful he was. I've told you everything. Can you let me go now? Lin Fei stood up and moved his feet away. I am a man of my word. I won't kill you. But that doesn't mean that Brother Zhang won't kill you. Zhang Qian's injuries were quite serious. After taking the healing pill, he recovered a bit. He stood behind Lin Fei and looked at him gratefully. I thank you on behalf of them. Lin Wei was shocked and scolded. You can't kill me. I am a disciple of the Lin family. If you kill me, my clansmen will definitely take revenge for me. They will kill your entire clan. Zhang Qian's adventure group was almost wiped out. It would be extremely difficult for them to make a comeback. I'll kill you. Luo Jia, who had been hiding at the back, rushed out in grief. He raised his fist and punched Lin Wei's head. Then he punched Lin Wei again and again. Red and white blood splattered all over the ground. Lin Wei was dead. Lin Fei didn't stop him. If he couldn't vent his emotions, it would be very uncomfortable to keep it in his heart for the rest of his life. After Luo Jia killed Lin Wei, Zhang Qian walked towards Lu Jian with a gloomy face. "Lu Jian, you deserve to die." He thrust his long sword forward, and the long sword pierced through Lu Jian's chest. Lu Jian looked at the long sword in his chest and vomited blood. "You killed a disciple of the Lin family. You will also die. I will wait for you down there." "Lil Lin, I didn't misjudge you. Even though I don't know why you hid your strength, you've done me a great favor and helped me get my revenge. Big Brother Zhang has nothing else to thank you for, so I'll give you the item that belongs to the leader of the culprits." Lin Fei shook his head. "Brother Zhang, I can't take this map." Zhang Qian's face darkened. "You are stronger than me. The map might be useful to you, but it will only bring me trouble. I don't want such a situation to happen again. If you say you don't want it, I will destroy this map. It will only bring trouble if I keep it." Lin Fei had no choice but to accept the map. "Brother Zhang, what are you going to do next?" Zhang Qian said sadly, "I will bring Luo Jia back and then bring their ashes back. I will send the income, this time to their disciples. When the time comes, I will choose a place to live in seclusion and will no longer form an adventurer team." Lin Fei knew that after such a big event, Zhang Qian was disheartened and needed time to recover. He would not form an adventure group in the short term. "Brother Zhang, have a safe journey." Zhang Qian nodded. "Xiao Lin, please clean up the bodies on the ground. You killed a disciple of the Lin family. The Lin family will not let this matter go. If there is nothing else, leave the Demon Beast Mountain range as soon as possible. This place will soon become a place of trouble." Chapter 236. After watching Zhang Qian and Luo Jia leave, Lin Fei was ready to destroy the corpses and clean up the spoils of war, which had become a habit. Zhang Qian did not say anything and left the corpses, which was equivalent to giving a favor to Lin Fei. Ambushed halfway, Zhang Qian's vitality was greatly damaged, and the entire adventure team was wiped out. If he asked for the things in the other party's hands, Lin Fei would definitely agree. Zhang Qian did not do so. Instead, he simply left with Luo Jia. If such a great temptation was placed in front of anyone, no matter who it was, they would be tempted, not to mention the two late-stage profound realm martial artists on the ground and the upper Lin family disciple. Even if he was not a direct disciple, he was at least a collateral disciple and would definitely carry treasures with him. Zhang Qian gave up without saying a word. Even Lin Fei would be moved by this thought. If there is a chance in the future, I will definitely return this favor. Lin Fei looked in the direction they left and said softly to himself. If it was in normal times, Lin Fei would not care about his safety. Ever since he comprehended the mystery of the 9 revolutions mental technique, he was particularly concerned about the profound spirit stones. Everyone wanted to be stronger, so they needed profound spirit stones. The same was true for Lin Fei. Today he killed a disciple of the Lin family. This enmity was formed, and there would be no day of peace talks in the future. Even if they were willing, Lin Fei would not agree. It was necessary to improve his strength again. The late-stage profound realm martial artists had profound spirit stones on them. Together, there were almost 100,000 low-grade profound spirit stones. There were less mid-grade profound spirit stones, but there were still more than 3,000 pieces. Such a large sum of profound spirit stones was undoubtedly a timely help to Lin Fei. In addition to the low-grade profound spirit stones, he found 2 mid-grade yellow-level martial arts. One was Wind and Thunder Whip, and the other was a sword technique. 13 swords of wind and cloud. Lin Fei was not interested in martial arts. The weapons of the 2 late-stage profound realm martial artists. One was a whip with thunderous sound, a mid-grade mortal weapon, and the other was a high-grade mortal weapon longsword. Lin Fei was excited for a while. The experts from the Lin family are indeed rich. Compared to the 2 from last time, they are undoubtedly much better. Lin Fei could not help but think of the two late-stage profound realm martial artists beside Qin Xian. In terms of wealth and strength, the two were far inferior. He took the things and burned the bodies with a fire, and disappeared with a gust of wind. From Lin Wei, Lin Fei once again obtained more than 300,000 low-grade Xian spirit stones and 8,000 mid-grade Xian spirit stones, which made Lin Fei happy once again. The number of Xian spirit stones he received from them was almost 500,000 for the low grade and 11,000 for the middle grade. Lin Fei's pocket immediately bulged. With these 500,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones, I don't have to worry about cultivating for a short period of time. An Upper Lin family disciple carried more than 300,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones and 8,000 mid-grade, profound spirit stones. He was simply a fat sheep. Lin Fei wanted to go out and find the Lin family disciples and kill them one by one. Azure Dragon Capture. Lin Fei found another Lin family martial art on the ground. Direct disciple. The Azure Dragon Capture was the Lin family's martial art. The secret manual in his hand recorded a part of it. Lin Fei was finally sure that Lin Wei was a direct disciple. After flipping through it, Lin Fei's eyes flashed with joy. So these are the other moves of the Azure Dragon Divine Method. I didn't expect to find them here. My luck is too good. The Azure Dragon Capture was just the Azure Dragon Divine Method. One of the moves focused on offense. The secret manual in his hand recorded 3 moves. With one look, he knew that the Upper Lin family had separated the Azure Dragon Divine Method. True Dragon Protection, Azure Dragon's Might, Azure Dragon Tail Whip. 3 moves. From the names, Lin Fei could feel how terrifying this Azure Dragon Divine Method was. Ever since he had the Big Dipper Dragon Tiger Shield, Lin Fei did not care about the True Dragon Protection. However, the last 2 moves piqued Lin Fei's interest. Azure Dragon's Might was a sound wave attack. When used, it would produce a huge might. It was specially used to deal with the soul. After reaching great perfection, even a cultivator of a realm higher would have to take a step back. Azure Dragon Tail Whip was even more tyrannical. With a sweep, it was an Azure Dragon Strike. Lin Fei beamed with joy. Good, good. With these 3 moves, I can pretend to be a disciple of the Lin family. I can use this opportunity to divert trouble and let them experience the feeling of being flustered. After putting away the secret manual, Lin Fei discovered many medicinal pills. Among them were medicinal pills for treating injuries. From the looks of it, they were not simple and should be top-notch medicinal pills. Lin Fei did not stand on ceremony. Medicinal pills were good, but he could not keep using them. These medicinal pills could be used as backup. Map. Lin Fei's eyes lit up when he saw a beast skin map under Lin Wei's corpse. This map was clearly an incomplete one. On it was a blurry outline of a mountain, and there was a big red dot in the middle. Treasure map. Lin Fei shook his head. Could it be the recently rumored tomb map? His heart began to beat rapidly. Could it really be the map of the profound Emperor's tomb? It would be strange if Lin Fei wasn't curious about the profound Emperor's tomb. The profound Emperor was considered an expert in the continent. He could easily slaughter a large number of people. Oh, right. Big Brother Zhang left me a map before he left. Could it be that the map is at one of the locations in the demonic Beast Mountain range? Lin Fei's heart started beating again. He took out the map that Zhang Qian left him. The map was made of beast skin and was almost 1 meter in size. On it, the demonic Beast Mountain range was drawn. The gathering point of the Earth Dragon beasts. Lin Fei was excited. Wasn't this his target? Suppressing his excitement, Lin Fei took out the map and started to compare the two. Hiss! When he saw a location on the map, Lin Fei was extremely excited. He muttered to himself, "It is indeed like this." No wonder Lin Wei wanted to find Big Brother Zhang. So this is the reason. The location on the map happened to be one of the locations in the demonic Beast Mountain Range. The map was as clear as day. One could well imagine how important this map was to outsiders. Anyone who obtained it would definitely be able to reach it a step earlier than others. Lin Fei didn't expect that the map that Big Brother Zhang left behind would be so important. It was actually related to the profound Emperor's tomb. Even I can't control the profound Emperor's tomb. Huff huff. Lin Fei took a deep breath and shook his head, trying his best to stay awake. Profound Emperor's tomb. Lin Fei knew his own limits. The experts of the 3 great dynasties were all out, and he was just a rookie at the consummate level. If he were to barge in recklessly, he might just be killed and not even a speck of his remains would be left. With the map and the detailed location, Lin Fei wouldn't be satisfied if he didn't go. Stop fooling around. The little thing had woken up and was rubbing its head against Lin Fei intimately. In the face of Lin Fei's words, the little thing didn't care at all. It tried its best to please Lin Fei again, which made Lin Fei lose his temper. I must go to the profound Emperor's tomb. Looking at the location, it should be in the depths of the demonic Beast Mountain Range. According to the current situation, they will need at least 8 to 10 days to find the specific location. The only way for me to increase my strength is to constantly absorb the profound spirit stone to strengthen my true essence. I believe that when I encounter a mystic adept expert, I can also fight. The other way is to increase my experience value. Lin Fei made a decision quickly. The profound Emperor's tomb must go. If he didn't go, Lin Fei would despise himself. If he missed such a good opportunity, he might not encounter it again. Fight, I must fight. Half a day later, a few demonic beasts appeared in the place that was originally filled with blood. They seemed to be attracted by the smell of blood. Bang, bang, bang. Suddenly, a few high-level demonic beasts' heads exploded like ripe watermelons, which scared the other high-level demonic beasts and made them flee in panic. There is the smell of blood. There are residual true essence fluctuations in the vicinity. There are several elemental powers, but the most obvious ones are the water and fire elemental powers. The culprit should be a water and fire elemental expert. I'm afraid nephew Lin Wei has already been killed. 3 people appeared at the scene. Investigate. Investigate for me. Who killed little Wei? The middle-aged man's face was as black as charcoal. This person was Lin Wei's uncle, Lin Yuantian. He was a mid-stage mystic adept expert, and his body was flowing with a supreme prestige. The 2 beside him were weaker than Lin Yuantian in terms of strength. Their expressions darkened as they looked at each other and understood the severity of the situation. A collateral disciple of the Upper Lin family was killed. If it was just a collateral disciple, it might not be a big deal. After all, there was a mid-stage mystic adept expert standing behind him. The 2 moved quickly and searched for the traces left behind in the surroundings. Yuantian, what's the situation? A moment later, another middle-aged man came out from the forest. Little Wei is dead and everything is gone. Lin Yuantian's expression was grave. I think it must have been taken away. Bastard, who is so audacious to kill a disciple of our Upper Lin family? The middle-aged man snorted coldly. His expression was extremely unsightly. You should keep a close eye on little Wei. Now he's in big trouble. To be able to kill the 2 late-stage mystic adept experts beside little Wei, the culprit must be a mystic adept expert. Uncle Tian, I will take responsibility for this matter. Lin Yuantian had the urge to kill. He hated his nephew for not being able to differentiate between good and bad. Why did he leave behind the remnant map of the tomb? He really couldn't explain himself now. Uncle Tian, help me take a look. Who did it? The middle-aged man was one of the elders who came this time. He had always been on good terms with Lin Yuantian, and he took the initiative to come over. He didn't expect such a scene to occur. I have watched little Wei grow up. No matter what, we must find the culprit. Lin Tian's expression was solemn as he walked out step by step. The culprit who killed Lin Wei definitely didn't know that the disciples of the Lin family have life runes on them. Once they are killed by an outsider, Lin Wei's aura will definitely be left on them within 49 days. If I meet him, I will definitely turn him into ashes. Chapter 237. Many thanks for Uncle Tian's reminder. Lin Yuantian nodded. He almost forgot about this when he was angry. In the past, the Lin family had a tradition. When any disciple reached the age of 18, the clan would have a runes master who would cast a runes array and place a runes under the body of the victim. Once the victim was killed, the runes would be activated and a trace of aura would be left on the victim's body. This trace of aura belonged to the victim. Unless it was an expert above the mystic king realm, once the victim was killed, a trace of aura would be left on the victim's body and would only dissipate after 49 days. Normally, this trace of aura would be detected if the victim appeared within 20 li of them. There was once a person who killed a disciple of the Lin family. In the end, that person was inexplicably found out and even implicated his own family. The entire family was directly exterminated. No one was left alive. Since then, very few people dared to kill a disciple of the Lin family. Everyone was afraid of this move. The mastermind is not in this range. It should be someone who is very familiar with our Lin family. That's why he knew to leave 20 li after killing. Lin Tian retracted his Zhen Yuan perception and sighed lightly. His expression was much more serious. At the mystic master realm, one could activate Zhen Yuan perception and sense the surrounding situation. Lin Yuantian was only at the middle mystic master realm and his Zhen Yuan perception was only around 10 li. That was why he asked Uncle Tian to help. Because Uncle Tian was an early mystic master, his Zhen Yuan perception could reach 50 li. Unfortunately, that trace of aura could only be sensed within 20 li. Once it was out of this range, the aura would disappear. Damn bastard! Lin Yuantian said angrily, the mastermind might be our enemy or even the clans of the other dynasties. We must be careful in this trip to the demonic Beast Mountain Range. Lin Tian also agreed with this suggestion. Let's go back first. Lin Tian said, if the map fragment was stolen, I will do my best to help you. You don't need to worry too much. Even if the enemy stole the map fragment, it would take at least 10 days to find the exact location in the vast, demonic Beast Mountain Range. We have more time than them. Lin Yuantian sighed, that's the only way. Lin Fei activated his wings of the wind and flew 50 kilometers in one go. As he continued to comprehend the power of the wind, the speed of the wings of the wind greatly increased. Lin Fei flew 50 miles in a single breath. The quintessence in his body was incomparably vigorous. Even if he flew another 1,000 miles, it would not be too much of a problem. After my Zhen Yuan became thicker, my flying speed has greatly increased. If I compete with Martial Uncle Zhongwen again, I should be able to catch up, right? Lin Fei had always been brooding about the speed competition last time. 50 kilometers away, Lin Fei landed and chose a place to rest. I'll use 10 days as the limit. I'll use 8 days to absorb the profound spirit stone and the other 2 days to hunt the earth dragon beast. Once the 10 days are up, I'll go try my luck. Lin Fei took out the map and observed the location of the earth dragon beast. Fortunately, both of them were in the same direction, so there was no time limit. Swish! Lin Fei raised his head abruptly and saw a stream of light flashing across the sky. He hastily dove into the thicket and saw a white stream of light flying across the sky at an extreme speed. Such a fast speed. What was that just now? Just when a suspicion arose in his heart, another stream of light flashed across the sky. This time it was a red stream of light. Lin Fei focused his mind and calmed himself down. He could vaguely see that it was a warship, and he was greatly shocked. Such a powerful aura. What kind of warship is that? Could it be some kind of treasure? Lin Fei thought to himself. From the looks of it, the three dynasties, the great clans, and the great sects are all going to make a move to snatch the profound sovereign's treasure. The demonic Beast Mountain Range is about to become a real land of trouble. This made Lin Fei feel an indescribable pressure. With the quintessence of a middle-stage profound practitioner, his combat strength could reach the peak stage of profound practitioner. Among those of the same generation, Lin Fei could be proud because he was only 17 this year. However, Lin Fei wasn't satisfied because his current strength wasn't enough. When the demonic Beast Mountain Range became a land of trouble, the profound practitioners were basically cannon fodder. Only the profound adept realm martial artists would have the confidence to survive. I need to go into seclusion. I need to cultivate. The demonic Beast Mountain Range didn't lack places for seclusion. Since the demonic Beast Mountain Range was about to become a land of trouble, Lin Fei chose a place that was 100 miles away from the Earth Dragon Beast's habitat to cultivate. Only Lin Fei had the guts to go to such a dangerous place. The Earth Dragon Beasts were demonic beasts that lived in groups. The surrounding area was their territory. Once outsiders trespassed, most of them would die. Lin Fei was confident because of the map in his hand. He controlled the area to be in the periphery of the Earth Dragon Beasts. To others, they wouldn't know whether it was in the periphery or not. This wasn't the main point. The main point was that ordinary people wouldn't dare to provoke the Earth Dragon Beasts that lived in groups. This way, Lin Fei would be safe. This little thing only knows how to eat and sleep all day long. Lin Fei chose an underground residence that was about 30 meters above the ground. At the same time, he set up a runes array, the simplest soundproof array. The soundproof array could not only isolate sound, but it could also prevent spiritual energy from leaking out. After becoming a profound practitioner, the power of his soul had also increased. At this moment, he was already a rank 4 runes master. He was only a small step away from setting up a runes array. Lin Fei wasn't an ordinary runes master. He could barely set up a runes array, and the soundproof array was a rank 1 array. After taking the little thing off his shoulder, Lin Fei started cultivating. In 8 days, Lin Fei planned to absorb at least 50,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones. He believed that by then his true essence energy would reach the level of a profound practitioner in perfection. Lin Fei went into seclusion. The demonic Beast Mountain Range was already in an uproar. The news of the profound emperor's tomb couldn't be hidden at all. After the news spread, the mysterious and dangerous demonic Beast Mountain Range immediately became a land of wealth. As a result, the demonic beasts in the demonic Beast Mountain Range were completely out of luck. Of course, the number of human martial practitioners was also increasing. Many of them died at the hands of demonic beasts, but that wasn't the most. Most of them died at the hands of bandits. Bandits, as the name suggested, were a group of martial practitioners who committed all kinds of crimes. They joined forces to attack the people of the demonic Beast Mountain Range and carried out the 3 lights policy. Kill them all, rob them all, and strip them all. Among these people, some were wanted, some were chased, and some had killed countless people. Suddenly, countless bandits appeared in the demonic Beast Mountain Range, and the human martial practitioners suffered heavy losses. In the lush forest, a group of men dressed in different clothes were gathered together. "Big brother, will they really pass by here?" a lackey lying on the ground asked. "What are you asking? Lie down obediently." The lackey was immediately glared at and didn't dare to say another word. "Everyone, don't worry. Our brothers will only keep an eye on this team. Once we kill them, we will definitely have a good life." The black-faced big brother laughed. It turned out that this was a group of bandits. They were lying in ambush here, preparing to deal with an adventure team. "They're here, they're here." An adventure team entered their ambush range. Use the broken star arrows to shoot them to death. Don't let a single one of them escape. Swoosh, 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 the overwhelming black shadows turned into raindrops and fell on the crowd. "Be careful, we've been ambushed by bandits." An hour later, the adventure team was completely annihilated. Big Brother is mighty! Big Brother is mighty! Facing the ambush of the bandits, the adventure team resisted for a short while, but they were all killed. At this time, the bandits began to clean up the spoils of war, and all of them looked excited. As for the Big Brother, his body was covered with blood, all of which was left by the previous killings. He looked at his lackeys with satisfaction as they cleaned up the spoils of war. "Damn, these bastards! They don't even have the strength to kill, but they're so fast in cleaning up the spoils of war." The black-faced Big Brother cursed. Rumble, rumble. Suddenly, there was a sudden tremor in a place not far away. The lackeys who were cleaning up the spoils of war were all dumbfounded. Only the Big Brother's eyes lit up, and he rushed over. "When did I get so lucky? Is there some treasure down there?" When he saw that a place was constantly shaking, the black-faced Big Brother couldn't help but become excited. "Quickly, blast this place open. There's treasure down there." The black-faced Big Brother seemed to be impatient. Those lackeys all shouted excitedly, and they all ran over to blast this place open with all their might. Rumble! When the last attack landed, countless stones suddenly burst out from below. Uft! 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 The lackeys outside were caught off guard, and a large number of them were killed or injured. The remaining panicked and ran outside, afraid that their parents would give them a few more legs. Then they saw a young man flying up from below. Kill them. Lin Fei, who had just finished absorbing the profound spirit stone, had yet to react. When he saw that he was surrounded, he immediately jumped in fright. What was this? Like the wind. A cold light flashed in Lin Fei's eyes. The lackeys who rushed up immediately felt a cool breeze blow over, and then they fell down. None of the 20 or so lackeys were spared, and all died in a gust of wind. My true essence has increased, and the power that I can display with the wind has also increased. It's not a waste for me to absorb 200,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones. This can be considered a blessing in disguise. Stinking brat, you actually dared to kill my men. Die for me. The black-faced Big Brother's heart was bleeding, and he was angry from embarrassment. These were all his subordinates. How could he still be the leader of the roving bandits? What did you say? Swoosh, swoosh. The netherworld sword appeared in front of the black-faced Big Brother, emitting a dangerous aura. You heard wrong. I didn't say anything. The black-faced Big Brother vomited blood. Where did this young man come from? How could he be so powerful? He was a late-stage, profound practitioner. How could he be scared with one move? Then you can die. Uft! The netherworld sword rushed out, and the black-faced Big Brother's head flew off. Lin Fei did not know who this person was, but since he dared to attack him, he would not let him go. Moreover, his words just now might have been heard, so he should not let the other party leave. Walala! The system prompted, and a large amount of sin value came. Lin Fei suddenly realized that they were all unforgivable fellows, and it was not wrong for them to die in his hands. Although the sin value was not much, it was still a mouthful of meat. Chapter 238. Lin Fei quickly cleaned up the corpses on the ground. Other than leaving behind the aura of water and fire, there was nothing else. The water-fire lotus can be used to destroy corpses. It's indeed a trump card. After cleaning up, Lin Fei obtained a lot of good things. This was not worth mentioning for Lin Fei, who had recently bulged his wallet. However, it was better than nothing. At least he did not return empty-handed. If the creator of the water-fire lotus were to hear this, who knew what he would do? He would probably crawl out of the ground and strangle Lin Fei to death. It's a pity that the water-fire lotus can't be improved any further. After using it, there will be a water and fire aura left on the scene. The green light is tracking me because of the water-fire lotus. After leaving the bloody land, within the range of the earth dragon beast, Lin Fei sat cross-legged on a towering tree. Night fell, and the night was like the moon. 200,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones. My current strength should be at the peak of the Great Perfection Realm. Even if I encounter a few Great Perfection Realm experts, I can easily kill them. After Lin Fei adapted to the fluctuations of quintessence in his body, he opened his eyes. A sharp glint flashed in his eyes, and it seemed like space itself would be pierced through. After 8 days and 8 nights of bitter cultivation, Lin Fei's true essence had increased more than 10 times, and his body was flowing with surging true essence. If it wasn't for the other layer of effect of the 9 revolutions mental cultivation method, Lin Fei wouldn't have been able to completely absorb 200,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones. His body would have exploded long ago. Lin Fei couldn't help but think of the 4th night of his closed-door cultivation. At that time, after forcefully absorbing 50,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones, Lin Fei found that his body was at its limit. It seemed that if he continued to absorb, his body would not be able to withstand the true essence. This was equivalent to a bucket. It could clearly hold so much water, but you just had to keep filling it. The bucket was only so big, and its capacity was fixed, unless you changed to a larger water tank. This was the situation Lin Fei was in. If someone had given him pointers, Lin Fei would definitely stop and wait until he reached the mystic master realm before starting to absorb the profound spirit stones. Lin Fei didn't know. He thought that there would be light after he reached his limit. In the end, his physical body was at its limit, and he was unable to store any more true essence. Even his dantian was starting to burst. His true essence was in chaos, and he was on the verge of exploding. Every time he thought of this, Lin Fei couldn't help but feel a chill. It was a feeling of palpitation, an aura of being on the verge of death. If it was just once, Lin Fei wouldn't do this even if he was beaten to death. It was simply an idiotic move. Fortunately, the 9 revolutions mental cultivation method had another secret, and thus he obtained another secret. Since he could absorb the profound spirit stone, it was equivalent to opening the first mystery. Unbeknownst to them, this secret wasn't the strongest. The most powerful thing was the 9 revolution mental technique was actually able to turn one's dantian into a real lake. Hoo-hoo. Lin Fei let out a long breath, his eyes shining. I finally understand why the person who cultivated the 9 revolutions Heart Sutra was able to become a peerless expert and a true overlord of the continent. The true purpose of the 9 revolutions Heart Sutra was to cultivate a powerful core lake. Not long ago, Lin Fei asked Martial Uncle Zhang about the 9 revolution mental technique. At that time, when Martial Uncle Zhang heard about the 9 revolution mental technique, especially when he knew that Jiang Yi had successfully cultivated the 9 revolution mental technique, he was in a very good mood and told Jiang Yi some secrets that no one else knew. It was said that the 9 revolutions Heart Sutra originated from an overlord figure known as the 9 revolutions Mystic Emperor. As for whether it was true or not, it had already become a thing of the past. Some people said that the 9 revolutions Heart Sutra was a technique from the upper realm. Some people said that it was a supreme technique of the divine rank. There had never been a conclusion, but everyone knew how powerful the 9 revolutions Mystic Emperor was. Rumor had it that the 9 revolution monarch was titled the Invincible Monarch. When this title was announced, countless experts came to challenge him. The 9 revolution monarch fought against the experts from all over the continent, defeating them in a row and securing the title of the Invincible Monarch. 100,000 years ago, he was the strongest expert in this world. The reason why he was truly invincible was because he cultivated the 9 revolution mental technique. Later on, for some unknown reason, the 9 revolution monarch actually killed the immortals from the upper world. Blood flowed like a river. At least 100 immortals were killed. The 9 revolution monarch became the nightmare of the immortals. In the end, the upper world sent out 10 powerful immortals to kill the 9 Revolution Monarch. 7 of the 10 immortals were killed by the 9 Revolution Monarch before he finally died. The impact of this event was so great that it was impossible to calm down. Being able to kill powerful immortals, the title of the Invincible Monarch was real. No one dared to question it anymore, unless they could also kill immortals. From then on, the 9 Revolution Monarch became a taboo topic among the immortals. The immortals from the upper world tried to cultivate the 9 Revolution mental technique, but to no avail. Over time, the 9 Revolution mental technique became a non-mainstream mental technique. There were all sorts of drawbacks, and the various forces no longer took the 9 Revolution mental technique seriously. When he first heard these words, Lin Fei remembered it vividly. He had never forgotten it until now. Back then, he was curious about how the 9 Revolution Monarch could be so powerful, and even titled himself the Invincible Monarch. It was only when the core lake opened that Lin Fei finally understood. True Yuan was the guarantee of a martial artist's strength. With strong True Yuan, the power of a move would increase infinitely, and it could support the continuous use of ultimate moves. The amount of water in a tank was nothing compared to the amount of water in a lake. The 9 Revolution Monarch could be so powerful because he opened the core lake and absorbed more True Yuan. In the end, he could become the Invincible Monarch! Lin Fei looked inside his body. The place where his dantian used to be had turned into a lake. The True Yuan was like the lake, and there were circles of ripples. It was as if he was in the lake. If not for the opening of the core lake, Lin Fei wouldn't have been able to absorb so many low-grade Xian spirit stones in 8 days and 8 nights. At most, it would be about 100,000 and not 200,000 low-grade Xian spirit stones. I've absorbed 200,000 low-grade Xian spirit stones. I should be the strongest person under the Mystic Master level. Even if I encounter a Mystic Master early stage expert, I have the confidence to kill him. As for a Mystic Master middle stage expert, escaping should not be a problem. Lin Fei calculated his strength. The 9 Revolution Monarch can be titled the Invincible Monarch. I, Lin Fei, have the level up system, and with the 9 Revolution mental technique, I can also be titled the Invincible Monarch. I believe that day is not far away. Lin Fei clenched his fist. The title of Invincible Monarch was such a tempting existence. Lin Fei's combat strength soared. Now is the time to hunt the Earth Dragon beasts. I hope they won't disappoint me. 6 Earth Dragon beasts. 100 miles away, Lin Fei found an Earth Dragon beast. After opening the core lake, his strength increased again. Facing the Earth Dragon beasts in the perfected Earth Dragon realm, Lin Fei didn't plan to hide. Instead, he charged forward to check his true strength. Roar! The group of Earth Dragon beasts united against the enemy. After all, few people took the initiative to attack their territory. Like wind, sword chi filled the air. In an instant, the sword chi was like the wind, and the wind was like the sword chi, making it impossible to distinguish between them. Swish, swish, the move like wind was more powerful than before. The Earth Dragon beasts were known as the Earth Defense. Under the sword move like wind, sword marks appeared all over their bodies and blood flowed. The Earth Defense is known as the Invincible Defense. It really is something. Even with the strength of a perfected profounder, I can't bring out the true Earth Defense. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to break through it so easily. In the past, Lin Fei had to use all 4 moves at once. Now, one move was like the wind. In terms of power, it had improved and was no longer comparable to before. Now, with just like the wind, Lin Fei could easily defeat Qing Meng and kill her in 3 moves. The Earth Dragon beasts were profounder realm demonic beasts, and the strongest of them was only at the perfected realm. Lin Fei moved leisurely, constantly provoking the Earth Dragon beasts. This was because the enraged earth dragon beasts would use their earth puppets. Otherwise, the earth dragon beasts would have died under his sword. It wouldn't have been as simple as leaving wounds on their bodies. After 10 minutes, 2 of the 6 earth dragon beasts released their earth puppets. One earth dragon beast and the other earth puppet. As expected, the wild earth dragon beasts are no match for the earth dragon beasts that have been raised. Lin Fei shook his head and changed his swordplay. Wind Chaser. A desolate, killing aura filled the area. It was like a cold winter wind. Apart from the coldness, there was the rustling of the wind. The 2 earth puppets were blasted into pieces. After the earth-type puppet was killed, Lin Fei spared the remaining earth dragon beasts. Apart from the perfect earth dragon beast, he could not be bothered to kill them. It would be better to keep the earth dragon beast alive. 2 million experience points, just like that. How easy! After digging out the earth dragon beast's demon core, Lin Fei's eyes were full of joy. This was much more worthwhile than hunting demonic beasts. The next one is here. I'll go there. Flipping open the map, Lin Fei marked out the location of the earth dragon beasts and chose a place. 2 days and 2 nights. Lin Fei came and went like the wind. He specifically targeted the earth dragon beasts. Along the way, he hid from the outsiders, not wanting to deal with them. The martial artists that wandered in the area were all unlucky. The injured earth dragon beasts became violent and attacked the martial artists. The people in the area were on tenterhooks. The martial artists saw the injuries on the earth dragon beasts and started to curse the mysterious swordsman. This was simply asking for his life. No martial artist dared to appear in the area around the earth dragon beasts. They were afraid that they would be surrounded and killed by the enraged earth dragon beasts. By accident, Lin Fei was saved a lot of trouble. Boom! Another consummate earth dragon beast fell to the ground, and the 3 earth-type puppets dissipated into black mist. Congratulations to player Lin Fei for obtaining 3 million experience points. Ding! Congratulations to player Lin Fei for unlocking the promotion mission. Do you want to start the mission? Lin Fei had been looking forward to this day. Activate. With a tap of his body, Lin Fei opened his wings of the wind and left the area. After experiencing the promotion mission once, Lin Fei was looking forward to this mission. He hoped that the system would give him a simple mission so that it would be easier to complete. The demonic Beast Mountain Range was a dangerous place. Of course, Lin Fei hoped that it would be easier to complete. Congratulations to player Lin Fei for unlocking the promotion mission. Kill 10 mystic, adept, demonic beasts within 3 months. Hand over 10 mystic, adept, demonic beasts' demonic cores. Reward: 5 million experience points and 1 lucky draw ticket. Lin Fei was so shocked that he almost fell from the sky. 10 mystic, adept, demonic beasts. The promotion mission required him to kill 10 mystic, adept, demonic beasts. It was beyond Lin Fei's imagination. Not bad, not bad. After being in a daze for a moment, Lin Fei returned to normal. It's easier than I thought. 10 mystic, adept, realm, demonic beasts. If it was a few days ago, it would have been extremely difficult for Lin Fei to kill mystic, adept, realm, demonic beasts. Although the wind intent realm was powerful, it was not the origin. It was impossible to kill 10 mystic, adept, realm, demonic beasts in 3 months. Now, it was completely different. After opening the core lake, his strength had increased greatly. Lin Fei was confident that he could complete the mission in 3 months. The only regret was that the demonic Beast Mountain Range had become a dangerous place. If Lin Fei were to hunt mystic, adept, demonic beasts, it would definitely cause a commotion. He might even be ambushed. It's not good to complete the mission now. After this month, there will be no experts paying attention to the demonic Beast Mountain Range. Lin Fei thought, my core lake has just been opened, and my strength is still not strong enough. I can absorb the remaining 300,000 low-grade, mystic spirit stones and increase my strength again. When the time comes, I can complete the mission in one go. Lin Fei did not want to do things that he was not sure of. If he absorbed another 300,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones, Lin Fei believed that his strength would definitely rise to the next level. That night, Lin Fei went into seclusion to refine the low-grade mystic spirit stones again. The Mystic Emperor's tomb was also temporarily put aside. Lin Fei was not prepared to refine all 300,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones. At most, he would refine about 100,000 of them. 100,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones would take about 5 days. Now that the core lake was opened, it could be completed in about 4 days. This time did not affect the exploration of the Mystic Emperor's tomb much. With his strength after 5 days, Lin Fei could make up for the wasted time. 4 days later at night, Lin Fei broke out of seclusion. This time he had absorbed a total of 100,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones. The core lake in his body expanded and rippled. With the core lake, it is indeed a heaven-defying cheat. Lin Fei himself did not know how much true essence was in the core lake. His own effort should be equivalent to the sum of 15 great perfection experts, more than 300,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones. Even if it was 1 or 2 realms higher, it would still be impossible to absorb it all in half a month. This was just the beginning. If he absorbed 3 million mid-grade mystic spirit stones, no one knew what it would be like. But there was one thing that people overlooked, terrifying. I've been in seclusion for 4 days. I'll eat something first. When the time comes, I'll find someone to understand what's going on in the Demon Beast mountain range. Lin Fei's strength had advanced by leaps and bounds, but he would still be hungry. The little thing on his shoulder was still sleeping. Since eating the Mystic Master's demon core, it would wake up from time to time. Usually it slept a lot. Lin Fei privately gave it a name, Sleeping God, to describe the little thing. Chapter 239. Is the Death Valley in front of us? A black shadow stood on a towering tree and looked at the black valley in front of him. From time to time, he could see the undulating eerie wind. This place is about 15 miles away from the Death Valley. I can still feel the eerie aura in the valley from here. This Death Valley is indeed worthy of its name. Lin Fei stood on the tree and lowered his head to ponder. After 4 days of seclusion, Lin Fei set off at night. His target was the red dot on the map. He got the latest situation from others. As expected, the demonic beast mountain range had become a troublesome place. The news about the profound Emperor's tomb was changing every second. Among them, the Death Valley was the most important. Everyone guessed that the profound Emperor's tomb was most likely in the Death Valley. After Lin Fei understood it, he used the red dot on the map to compare. There were no changes in the terrain. The profound Emperor's tomb should be in the Death Valley. Swish, swish, swish. In just a moment, several figures flew across the night sky, and they were all heading for the Death Valley. The profound Emperor's tomb is in the Death Valley. Seems like someone leaked the news on purpose so that everyone can be the cannon fodder to probe the specific location of the tomb. Lin Fei didn't expect the news to spread out so quickly. He was glad that he had secluded himself for 4 days and refined 100,000 low-grade, profound spirit stones, increasing his strength greatly. Otherwise, he wouldn't be able to face the current situation. The true essence is fluctuating in front. There should be many people gathered in front of the Death Valley. It's the time for heroes to gather. After so many days of seclusion, I should go and see how many experts will be attracted by the profound Emperor's tomb. Lin Fei moved his body and turned into a black shadow, flying out and instantly vanishing into the night sky. 30 miles away. 1 hour later, Lin Fei appeared outside the Death Valley. There are so many people. In front of the Death Valley, the eerie wind was blowing. The surroundings were pitch black, emitting a cold and desolate aura. Under the night sky, there wasn't a single tree or patch of green outside the valley. Apart from the black stones, there were only exposed white bones that were swaying in the night sky. It was chilling. The big and small stones were almost filled with people, and they were all rubbing their palms. Isn't it just a death valley? Why can't I charge in? I'll be the first to charge in. Outside the valley, there were no less than 200 or 300 warriors in groups of 3 to 5. At this time, they all stopped outside the valley, frowning as if they had encountered some problem. Right at this moment, a middle-aged man at the intermediate stage of the profounder realm soared into the sky, and he charged directly towards Death Valley that was covered in black mist. Reckless fool, another one seeking death. As soon as he finished speaking, the mid-stage profound practitioner charged into the black mist. A chilly gust of wind blew over, and in less than 60 meters, that martial practitioner's entire body strangely turned into a skeleton in front of everyone. The miserable voice echoed outside the valley, causing one's hair to stand on end. Danger! Danger! Not everyone can withstand the death ghost chi. The knowledgeable ones shook their heads, appearing very disappointed. At the same time, they didn't mind showing off a little. The death ghost chi that has been accumulated for thousands of years is just the outermost barrier of Death Valley. We still don't know what dangers lie in there. It's said that powerful spirits are born in Death Valley. For example, troublesome spirits that specialize in seizing bodies and rebirth, controlling the physical bodies of martial practitioners. What a pity, what a pity. If the profound Emperor's tomb is really in Death Valley, it won't be so easy to barge in unless you have some treasures. As a barrier, Death Valley is really a place chosen by the profound Emperor. Unless you are an expert at the mystic adept realm and have a defensive treasure or a defensive martial art. Don't even think about barging in. While they were discussing, outside the valley another martial practitioner couldn't bear it anymore and charged into Death Valley. Compared to the previous martial practitioner, he only died after reaching a distance of 300 meters from the death ghost chi. This person was an early-stage mystic adept, realm expert. Many people shook their heads. Death Valley was blocking their way. Many of the martial practitioners outside the valley were either adventurer groups or mercenaries. There were even some unaffiliated martial artists who came purely to try their luck. Even an early-stage mystic adept realm expert died inside, so they naturally didn't dare to barge in. Everyone looked at each other in dismay, and their faces were filled with unwillingness. Lin Fei stood on a black boulder and saw everything in front of him. Then he shifted his gaze to Death Valley. Death ghost chi? Seems like it's a kind of cold yin chi that specializes in corroding the physical body. Even mystic adept realm experts couldn't withstand it. After flying a distance of 300 meters, their physical body was corroded. What a terrifying barrier! After landing outside Death Valley, Lin Fei could already confirm that Death Valley was the location on the map. The profound Emperor's tomb was inside. A death ghost chi, and a Death Valley became an insurmountable barrier in front of everyone. There's a barrier in Death Valley. Those who can barge in should be disciples of some clans, or even genius disciples. It can block many people, so there's no need to worry. Anyone can barge in. Lin Fei secretly heaved a sigh of relief. If too many people entered, it might not be a good thing. It was a good thing to block a few people. My water-fire lotus should be able to block the death ghost chi. With my core lake, I don't have to worry about consuming my true essence. I shouldn't be the first to enter. I'll wait a while more. The bird that sticks out will be shot. Lin Fei remembered this. If anyone entered first, they would definitely be remembered by everyone. It might not be a good thing. Lin Fei didn't want to be remembered. Thus, he sat cross-legged and waited patiently. Haha, it's really here. The profound Emperor's tomb. I'm coming. A person suddenly flew down from the night sky. His red robe was as brilliant as fresh blood. It was a bald man wearing a red robe. This isn't a monk from Heaven Cord Temple. The red-robed monk laughed loudly and rushed into Death Valley. With a light chant, the Jingguang flourished like a red sun. It was dazzling and surrounded the surroundings. The death ghost Qi seemed to have met its nemesis and turned into white fog. It was unable to stop the red-robed monk's footsteps. Heaven Cord Temple's red-robed Taoist Fang Yen, one of the top 10 experts, Tianhai Dynasty's genius disciple from Heaven Cord Temple. It is said that his strength has already reached the late stage of mystic master. He is only a step away from mystic spirit. The people below were shocked. True fire Qi, fire attribute expert? Lin Fei opened his eyes and saw everything that happened. The red-robed monk's strength was beyond imagination. He actually used true fire Qi to burn the death ghost Qi. Expert. A true expert. Lin Fei didn't care about a red-robed monk entering. He might as well see how many young experts there were outside. Stinky monk, don't even think about leaving me behind. As the red-robed monk entered, a young man carrying a rod rushed in while cursing. He had a fiery temper and seemed to be charging at the red-robed monk. The young man with the rod burst out a black fog and wrapped himself within. He blended into the death ghost Qi and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Death Dynasty's death young master, Wu Fa. He should have used the death Qi to protect himself. In a short period of time, many young experts kept entering Death Valley. The people outside the valley were dumbfounded. At the same time, they couldn't hide their envy and jealousy. Among them, the unaffiliated cultivators were the most. Lin Fei stood up. It is time to barge in. With more than a dozen young experts going in first, Lin Fei wouldn't attract too much attention. Let's go. Under the situation where there were many people, Lin Fei didn't use his wings of the wind. He used drifting wind body art and rushed into Death Valley like a breeze. Good fellow, someone is going in again. Just as he arrived at the entrance of the valley, an arrogant voice echoed in the hearts of the crowd. The voice was very soft and caused them to vomit blood. Their faces turned pale. Scram! In the boundless night sky, the white-robed man walked over. With a single step, he covered a distance of 100 zhang. In just a few steps, he appeared at the entrance of the valley. What the hell? Isn't he the Upper Lin clan's genius, Lin Wufa, the top expert of the 10 great experts? When the white-robed man appeared at the entrance of the valley, the crowd sucked in a cold breath. Unfalling Dynasty, Tianhai Dynasty, and Death Dynasty. Among the younger generation of the 3 dynasties, the strongest was this Upper Lin clan's Lin Wufa. He was already in mystic master perfection realm. That brat is going to be unlucky. When Lin Fei appeared at the entrance of the valley, he didn't expect anyone to appear. Furthermore, the other party even told him to scram with a condescending tone. No way! You're lawless. The white-clothed man took another step forward. His aura in the perfected mystic adept realm was like a surging ocean wave, pressing down on Lin Fei. In the blink of an eye, the white-clothed man appeared in front of Lin Fei. His cold and arrogant eyes stared at Lin Fei as he punched out. No one has ever dared to speak to me like this. Lin Fei's face darkened. He circulated his core lake and channeled a large amount of true energy into his fists. He threw out a powerful punch, and a cold smile hung on his lips. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Boom! Pa, 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 pa. The void behind the two of them seemed to collapse, and the surrounding rubble was directly turned into powder. The white-robed man only took a step back, but Lin Fei was sent flying 10 steps back before he could stabilize himself. Blood flowed down from the corner of his mouth. Such powerful strength. Lin Fei was shocked. The white-robed man was also shocked. Where did this brat come from? To be able to block my punch with 70% of my strength? He even forced me to take a step back. The exchange of blows between the two people in the blink of an eye had undoubtedly left the people outside the valley dumbfounded. A mystic master perfection realm cultivator actually blocked a punch from a mystic master perfection realm Lin Wufa? They wondered if their eyes were playing tricks on them. Even though it looked like he was injured, this kind of thing would cause a huge commotion. Lin Wufa glanced at him and said, "Count yourself lucky. I'll definitely beat you to death next time." He turned around and charged into the Death Valley. Lin Fei didn't attack again. He was injured with a single punch. If not for the 100,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones, he would have been killed by that punch. Chapter 240. The shocking battle at the entrance of the valley drew everyone's attention to this young man who was not even a mystic adept. Lin Wufa was the #1 expert of the younger generation with the strength of a mystic adept at Great Circle. No one had ever heard of anyone who could survive his attacks. He had even killed a few early-stage mystic adepts. If they had not seen it with their own eyes, they would not have believed it to be real. That young man had actually taken a punch head-on, causing everyone to have a whole new level of respect for him. Where did this young man come from? He should be a disciple of a clan. To be so powerful at such a young age, he should be able to make a name for himself. Not necessarily. That kid was lucky tonight. If not for the tomb of the profound emperor, Lin Wufa would have definitely killed that young man. That's true. The Upper Lin clan's Lin Wufa cultivates a secret heart technique, which emphasizes on being lawless and out of control. If I were that young man, I would immediately turn around and leave, not getting involved. Offending Lin Wufa is not going to be easy. The people at the entrance of the valley began to discuss. Some were envious, some were gloating, and some were indifferent. Lin Fei did not stop at the entrance of the valley. After consuming a healing pill, the water fire lotus bloomed, and he charged into Death Valley, shocking everyone once again. Did this kid not want to live anymore? He was practically playing with his life. At the same time, two people hovered in the night sky. Their strength was clearly not ordinary. Do you know where that young man came from? Two people stood in the night sky, a man and a woman. The man was cold, while the woman was as pure as ice and as clean as jade, like a snow lotus in full bloom. I'm not too sure. He should be from a clan. With the strength of a mystic adept at Great Circle, he actually took a punch from Lin Wufa. How powerful! Unfortunately, his cultivation level is too low. If not for the fact that Lin Wufa was in a hurry to find the profound emperor's tomb, the young man would not have been able to escape death. Is that so? I don't think so. The woman in white shook her head. I can see a rare anger in that young man's eyes. If I'm not wrong, Lin Wufa must have unknowingly offended someone with potential. Are you sure you're not mistaken? That young man looks decent, but in terms of talent and potential, he might not be comparable to Lin Wufa. Even if I were to fight him personally, the chances of victory would be 50-50. The woman in white smiled. Don't forget my sixth sense. The icy cold man was silent. Soon after, he said, if that is really the case, then there will be a good show to watch. However, the prerequisite is that the youngster must survive. Rather than trying to show off, it is better to focus on training. After all, Lin Wufa is a tough nut to crack. The water flame lotus can indeed block the death ghost chi. After entering the Death Valley, the ghostly aura of death shrouded them. Their vision was greatly affected. The whole Death Valley was very quiet without any signs of life. Lin Fei was cautious and alert along the way. Just what kind of mental cultivation technique is this Lin Wufa cultivating? It actually gives off a feeling of lawlessness, and even his true yuan has a hint of lawlessness to it. If it weren't for the fact that my true yuan is so strong, I would have left this aura in my body, and the next time I meet him, I would have suffered greatly. Even if I don't meet him again in the future, my cultivation would still be greatly affected. This Lin Wufa is truly not simple. As Lin Fei refined the remaining aura in his body, his brows furrowed. He realized that he had underestimated this #1 young expert of the Lin family. After assimilating the aura, Zhang Xian's injuries had mostly recovered. He took out a map and checked his current location before comparing it to where he was. The tomb of the profound emperor should be in the deepest part of the valley. I just need to fly straight ahead. Keeping the map, Lin Fei opened his wings of the wind and flew forward. The Death Valley was very quiet. White bones could be seen everywhere. At the start, there were not many of them, but as time went on, it was almost all white bones. Those with weak mental fortitude would be directly affected. So many white bones. What happened here in the past? Lin Fei took a look and became cautious. He carefully rushed into the white bones. Xiao! Just as he entered the white bones, Lin Fei's ears twitched as he felt a chill behind him. Like the wind. Empty? Using like the wind. Lin Fei couldn't help but frown. He didn't feel like he had hit his target. Swish! A white shadow suddenly appeared in front of him and covered his face. It was emitting an evil aura. Lin Fei instinctively felt danger. If the white shadow landed on his body, it wouldn't be a good thing. The water fire lotus opened and released layers of lotus flowers while he quickly retreated. Wind Chaser! A murderous sword thrust straight at the other party. Woo woo woo! The white shadow cried out in pain and split into pieces. In the next second, it immediately recovered. Jiang, he could clearly feel that the aura was much weaker. White Spectre. Lin Fei suddenly recalled that the spectre mentioned earlier couldn't be this white spectre in front of him, right? As expected, after the white spectre merged together, a blurry face was revealed. It emitted a gloomy and cold aura. With just a glance, he felt as though he was being dragged into an endless abyss. Not good. At the crucial moment, his divine soul power suddenly turned into a void all and thrust out. Lin Fei's forehead was covered in cold sweat. Such a terrifying divine soul temptation. I almost fell into the endless abyss, and my body would be occupied. I can't stay here for long. The white spectre is too terrifying. After probing, Lin Fei realized that the white spectre wasn't something he could deal with. The death ghost chi could allow the spectre to recover quickly. Unless someone removed the death ghost chi, no one would be able to kill the spectre. Woo-woo! The white spectre that was injured by the divine soul power let out a sharp sound. White spectres drilled out from the white bones and floated in the air. Damn, it's killing me. Lin Fei was so scared that his back was covered in cold sweat. How could they bully him like this? Storm. Lin Fei turned into a black flowing light. With the protection of the water fire lotus, he braced himself and broke through the blockade of the white spectre. Lin Fei could exhaust a single white spectre to death. Facing dozens of white spectres, Lin Fei had goosebumps all over his body. The white spectres were quite vengeful. Lin Fei's storm could only block for a short period of time. The recovered white spectres charged over majestically. They weren't slow at all, and the distance between them was constantly closing. Water fire lotus. Explode! 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 The fist-sized water fire lotus turned into a sea of flames under Lin Fei's control. It exploded with a rumble and created a huge energy ripple. Damn it, I told you to follow me. Lin Fei had no other choice. He couldn't kill them and could only delay the specters. At the same time, he cursed that powerful, profound sovereign expert. Why did they have to place this place here? Wasn't this asking for his life? The explosion of the water fire lotus gave Lin Fei an opportunity. Just when he thought he could heave a sigh of relief. He didn't expect more white specters to come out from the land of white bones. Lin Fei was speechless. How many specters were there in the land of white bones? Why was there no end to them? In a few other places, after hearing the commotion and seeing the increasing number of white specters, they couldn't help but curse. Who was the one that provoked the white specters? The white specters were already not easy to deal with, and so many more appeared in the blink of an eye. Weren't they going to suffer? Damn it. If this daddy finds out This daddy will send him to hell with a rod. He is simply a bastard. Wu Fa dispersed a circle of specters with a rod. When he saw the specters that gathered again, he couldn't help but curse. He wished he could kill that person on the spot. In another place, the red-robed monk, Fang Yen, was moving his mouth. The Jinguang outside his red robe was flourishing like a sun in the darkness. However, it couldn't withstand the attacks of the white specters. Bastard, which bastard is it? Doesn't he know that specters can't be disturbed? Fang Yen, who was famous for his good temper, cursed the moment he opened his mouth. It was truly surprising. Azure Dragon capture. Bang, bang, bang. A large number of specters were crushed. The white specters kept coming from afar. Even the #1 youth expert subconsciously frowned. Bastard, don't let this young master meet you. Otherwise, I will make you die a horrible death. If Lin Wufa knew that it was the brat from the valley who caused all this, who knew what expression he would have? As the main culprit, Lin Fei circulated his quintessence and rushed to the end of the land of bones. Looking at the densely packed white specters behind him, his scalp went numb. Entering the dungeon, the fruit is in danger. Lin Fei sighed in his heart. Someone is cursing me. His ears suddenly twitched. Lin Fei actually heard an angry voice. Lin Fei was startled. They can't be talking about me, right? His eyes moved as an idea popped up in his mind. Clearly, he had come up with an idea. Water, fire, lotus. A huge explosion rang out, causing the white specters to go crazy again. Anyone who saw it would immediately run for their lives. Lin Wufa, this daddy respects you as a good man. Who would have thought that you would purposely cause the specters to go berserk? This is to prevent us from leaving this land of bones. Azure Dragon capture. The aura of the Azure Dragon instantly spread out from the land of bones. Angry and pitiful cries rang out continuously within the valley. Lin Fei looked at the increasing number of specters behind him, feeling quite pleased with himself. Humph, Lin Wufa, I'll make you the scapegoat. Let's see how you explain yourself. Lin Fei might not be a match for the mystic, adept, great circle Lin Wufa at the moment, but he could still disgust him a little, just as expected. With such a huge commotion, everyone in the land of bones was enraged. It turned out that the commotion just now was caused by Lin Fei using a huge water-fire lotus to attract the specters out again. At a glance, it was a sea of white. Lin Wufa, you bastard! This daddy will teach you a lesson sooner or later. Lin Wufa, you son of a bitch! To think that you're the #1 expert. How can you be so petty? The mysterious emperor's tomb does not belong to you alone. This monk will teach you a lesson. I curse you, you son of a bitch. If you make me angry, who cares if you're a member of the Lin family? I'll teach you a lesson. Lin Wufa's actions immediately turned him into a public enemy. The mysterious emperor's tomb belonged to everyone. You're clearly trying to keep everyone here. How could they swallow this insult? Lin Wufa heard the angry echoes and was confused. When he felt the remnant aura, he flew into a rage. This was obviously someone trying to stop him. Bastard, who is trying to harm me. Why is there the aura of the Azure Dragon divine technique? Chapter 241. The land of white bones was very long, and one couldn't see the end of it. Lin Fei resisted the water-fire lotus and used the first 4 moves of Wind Sword. His quintessential essence was constantly being consumed as he forcefully opened up a path. At the end of the land of white bones was a huge black lake that was shrouded in black mist. The profound emperor's tomb must be under the lake. Lin Fei didn't dare to hesitate. Behind him, hundreds and thousands of specters gathered outside the lake. Even if Lin Fei's sword art was sharp and his quintessential essence was boundless, he would still be killed by the specters. Lin Fei never thought that Death Valley would be so dangerous. It was more dangerous than any other place he had been before. Cold Yin Chi, this is a land of extreme Yin. After entering the lake, Lin Fei's expression sank. He wrapped the water fire lotus around him, and the cold yin qi kept corroding the water fire lotus. Every petal was quickly corroded, and a new petal quickly grew out. The lake was very deep, and he couldn't see anything. Fortunately, Lin Fei was a runes master. His perception extended out, and he could see everything within 300 meters clearly. Just how deep is this lake? As he continued to descend, Lin Fei wasn't confident. Under the Black Lake, he didn't dare to underestimate anything. After experiencing the pursuit of the specters, Death Valley had a certain fear. 300 meters, 200 meters, 500 meters, 3,000 meters. Lin Fei's speed was getting slower, and the huge pressure was constantly pressing on the water fire lotus. With every breath, his chest felt like it was being pressed by a huge mountain, and it was extremely uncomfortable. If there's no way out, I will go up. Lin Fei couldn't withstand the pressure underwater. 3,000 meters was almost his limit, and his body wouldn't be able to withstand it if he continued. 1,100 meters. Lin Fei's face turned pale. 1,200 meters. Lin Fei's chest was heaving violently. No, I won't be able to hold on any longer. 1,200 meters. Lin Fei had reached his limit. He gritted his teeth and extended his perception again. If he couldn't find anything, he might as well give up. The profound Emperor's tomb was rare, and it wasn't worth it to lose his life here. So many passageways. The expression of the disappointed Lin Fei suddenly changed, and joy appeared on his face. It turned out that below them was already the bottom of the lake. The pitch-black hole looked like a hornet's nest. If it wasn't for his perception, he might not have been able to see the hole clearly. Charge! Lin Fei had no choice but to brace himself and keep going. He randomly chose one of the holes that looked like a hornet's nest and rushed in. The runes array, it's really here. After rushing into the passageway, a gentle force alleviated the pressure from before. Lin Fei felt as though a huge rock had been removed from his body. He knew that he had entered the profound sovereign's tomb. After ascertaining that there was no danger, Lin Fei sat down and gasped for air. He had almost died in this Death Valley. After resting for a while, he extended his perception. Lin Fei discovered that he was in a passageway. Beneath his feet was limestone, and there was a damp smell. He could even hear the dripping sound of water. The tunnels outside are like a hornet's nest. Do they all lead to the main hall? Lin Fei did not know anything about the profound sovereign's tomb. He had come here purely by luck. Right now, Lin Fei was confused. He was not prepared enough. It seems like I can only follow the passageway. After feeling that he had more or less recovered, Lin Fei moved forward along the passageway with his perception in front of him. He stepped on the limestone under his feet. After countless years, it was undamaged. He could not help but feel excited. This was the profound sovereign's tomb. Lin Fei did not seek to obtain anything. With so many experts barging in, who knew what would happen next. Another passageway. After an hour, Lin Fei could not remember how far he had walked, and he actually appeared in a wide cave. There were 10 passageways in front of him. This was really troublesome. There's something. There was a huge stone trough in the middle of the square-shaped cave. There were a few items in the stone trough. Lin Fei's eyes lit up, and he immediately prepared to take them for himself. No matter what they were, they would not be ordinary. He could not leave them for the people behind him. Little brother, it is not good to be greedy. A black rod silently smashed towards Lin Fei's back with a gust of wind. Shameless. Lin Fei's heart skipped a beat. He dodged to the side and used the water fire lotus to protect himself. It was not a good thing to put himself in a predicament just to snatch that item. You are quite fast. Eat my rod first. Lin Fei chose to give up, but unexpectedly, that person did not let him go. He smashed another gust of wind, obviously wanting to snatch the item himself. Like wind, Lin Fei was not afraid of being shameless. He might as well have a contest. Clang, clang, clang. In the narrow cave, sword radiance danced, leaving streaks of sword radiance. Wind chasing. In the narrow passageway, the murderous aura was endless. Wu Fei was depressed. He was a mystic adept late-stage expert, but he could not deal with a mystic perfection realm brat. Instead, he was restricted and unable to make a move. 1 inch long, 1 inch short. Wu Fei's rod was completely restricted in this place. Let's stop. Stop fighting. It was a short confrontation, and it was in such a place. Wu Fei did not intend to continue. He would wait for another place. If he could not win, then he would compromise. Lin Fei waved his sword. If I stop, what if you attack? Wu Fei frowned. 1, 2, 3. How about we stop together? Lin Fei actually did not want to continue. He was just taking advantage of the narrow terrain. The profound Emperor's tomb had not been found yet, and it was not a good thing. It was best not to fight if possible. All right, Lin Fei thought about it. 1, 2, 3. The two did not stop. On the contrary, their attacks did not stop. Shameless. Both of them cursed in their hearts. After some time, it was still hard to determine the victor. How about we stop this time? Wu Fei did not want to continue. The opponent's realm was not high, and his sword art was terrifying. It was hard to defend against. Lin Fei did not want to continue either. A mystic adept, late-stage expert was not just for show, especially when the opponent used a rod which was extremely powerful. If not for his core lake, he would have been beaten to death. All right, we will stop on the count of 3. This time, both of them stopped at the same time. Little brother, your sword art is superb. How about we work together? Wu Fei rolled his eyes and suddenly said. Lin Fei's sword never left his hand. He was secretly on guard. How do we work together? Little brother, how should I address you? I am Wu Fei from the Death Dynasty. Lin Fei said. Lin Fei. Wu Fei's eyes flashed with a smear of surprise. We are now in the profound Emperor's tomb. It will be difficult for us to snatch the treasures alone. However, if we work together, we will have a chance to snatch the items from their hands. Don't you want to snatch some treasures back? Lin Fei was expressionless. Why should I believe you? In fact, he was eager to work together. As long as he was careful, there wouldn't be any problems. After all, he was very unfamiliar with the profound Emperor's tomb. Moreover, there were mystic adept realm experts in the tomb. It would be very strenuous to deal with them. If there was a mystic adept late-stage expert, it would be a great help. Wu Fei could not help but vomit blood. Where did this young man come from? Doesn't he know my name? Because I am Wu Fei from the Death Dynasty. I don't know you. Wu Fei's heart twitched as he scolded, Bastard. If I didn't lack a helper, I would have killed this brat immediately. A sword art expert was someone that even he had to avoid. If they worked together, they wouldn't be afraid of others and would have a higher chance of obtaining treasures. How about this? I will allow you to pick the items in the stone trough first. How about it? Lin Fei said to himself, people from the Death Dynasty are said to be vicious people. I must be careful when working together with such people. Brother Wu Fei, I won't be courteous then. Of course. Lin Fei would not miss this opportunity. With a slash of his sword, the stone trough was split into 2. From the stone trough, a total of 4 items fell out. One was a scroll, one was a long sword, one was a jade bottle, and one was a folding fan. I want that long sword and that scroll. Lin Fei did not even think and chose the 2 items. Wu Fei was slightly startled. You've made your choice? You won't regret it? The long sword was only an upper-grade mortal weapon. Wu Fei did not care about it at all. The scroll looked very ancient and was not a martial art. Naturally, he would not care about it. There's no need to change. I only have these 2 items. Lin Fei said calmly. The two of them quickly divided the items. The items found in this place might not be anything good. Brother Lin Fei, we are now partners. Wu Fei said, in the future we will need to work together. Otherwise, it will be difficult for us to fight against those people and take away the treasures. You don't need to worry that I will attack you. Without you as my helper, I will naturally lose the treasures. I won't do that. Lin Fei clearly did not believe him. Unless the sun rose from the west, he still said, I believe in Brother Wu's character. Even though he said these words, he still felt extremely fake and uncomfortable. We are currently in the outer perimeter of the Xian Emperor's tomb. The Xian Emperor is called the Sword Emperor, and he was named after himself. His tomb should be in the main hall. As Lin Fei listened, he said to himself, so this Xian Emperor's title is the Sword Emperor. He should be an expert swordsman. In the Xiantian continent, upon reaching the level of the Xian Emperor, many emperors would receive titles, and those who received such titles were generally extremely powerful emperors. For example, this Sword Emperor should be one of the most powerful emperors. With Wu Fei's cooperation, Lin Fei was spared a lot of trouble. At least, he didn't need to choose which path to take. The only thing he had to be careful of was Wu Fei. He would also be on guard against a powerful swordsman. 2 hours later, the two walked out of the tunnel and found themselves in a side hall. The side hall was very large and emitted an ancient aura. Clearly, this was the residence of an ancient emperor, which eventually became a tomb. There shouldn't be anyone here yet. How about we split up and search? Lin Fei didn't refuse. Clearly, Wu Fei didn't want to bring him along. All right, the side hall was very large, and there were many stone houses in the surroundings. A rough count showed that there were more than 10 stone houses, and no one knew what was inside. Lin Fei wanted to try his luck. Naturally, he wouldn't stay with him. Bang! Opening the stone door with a palm, Lin Fei rushed to search for the treasures. Seeing how fast Lin Fei was, Wu Fei didn't want to fall behind, and so he began to search the stone house from the left. That guy thinks I'm an ordinary, perfected, profound practitioner. He'll regret it later. Lin Fei sneered in his heart. How could he not guess what the other party was thinking? He just wanted to use his perception to search for treasures. He had perception, and he also had the power of perception. With a flip of his hand, a small thing appeared. Little thing, don't trick me. It turned out that after arriving at the side hall, the little thing that had been sleeping in his arms had woken up. While Wu Fei wasn't paying attention, it had secretly used spatial movement. This wasn't the main point. The main point was that this glutton actually came back with a medicinal pill. Lin Fei recognized the name of this medicinal pill, Pure Yuan Pill. Pure Yuan Pill was a medicinal pill that could increase one's true essence. Profound spirit stones could absorb spiritual qi and convert it into true essence. Pure Yuan Pill could also quickly replenish one's true essence. Pure Yuan Pill didn't need to be converted. After consumption, it could be converted into true essence. It had always been popular for martial artists to cultivate. Generally, martial artists liked to buy medicinal pills to cultivate. Pure Yuan Pill was a common cultivation medicinal pill. Profound spirit stones were too troublesome to absorb, and at the same time, it needed to be converted. It required a lot of time and was completely not worth it. Pure Yuan pills had also become a form of currency between martial artists. For example, martial arts manuals and divine weapons could be bought with Pure Yuan pills. It was precisely because of the Pure Yuan pills that Lin Fei agreed to search for treasures separately instead of working together with Wu Fei. Seeing the little thing coming out of a stone house with Pure Yuan pills in its mouth, Lin Fei realized that there was a place in this side hall where medicinal pills were stored. Boom! Lin Fei broke open another stone house. It seemed like he was randomly searching. On the other side, Wu Fei heaved a sigh of relief. This Lin Fei didn't know anything. The important things in the side hall were usually in the first few stone houses. Seeing Wu Fei enter a stone house, Lin Fei was no exception. He quickly blasted open another stone house and rushed up. At the same time, he laid down a rune's formation at the entrance. Lin Fei was afraid that the medicinal pill's aura would spread outside. When Lin Fei stepped in, a warm jade-like aura rushed over. The 3,600 pores on his body felt extremely comfortable, as though he had eaten a great tonic. Hiss, hiss! The little thing in his arms disappeared and appeared on top of a pile of medicinal pills. Its little mouth opened and closed, and it ate dozens of medicinal pills in one go. Lin Fei's gaze fell on the large pile of medicinal pills on the ground. He couldn't help but drool. So many pure yuan pills. In his vision, it could be said that the entire stone house was piled up with a large number of pure yuan pills. At this moment, the dense amount of pure yuan pills was like a bean. Lin Fei instantly experienced the taste of happiness. Little thing, you really are my lucky star. Lin Fei didn't expect that there would be medicinal pills in this side hall. It seemed like the pure yuan pills here were just ordinary medicinal pills in the eyes of that emperor. Coming to his senses, Lin Fei hurriedly laid down another soundproof formation at the entrance. Even Lin Fei didn't know how many pure yuan pills there were in the stone house. It could be 100,000, a few 100,000, or even 1,000,000. He had become rich overnight. Other than excitement, Lin Fei couldn't help but feel excited. If not for the little thing's guidance, Lin Fei wouldn't have known that there were so many pure yuan pills in this side hall. Looking at their color, they were all of a high grade. After a short moment of excitement, Lin Fei opened the system warehouse to collect the pure yuan pills. If he waited for Wu Fei to react, a fierce battle would be inevitable. 100,000 might not matter, but once it reached 1,000,000, anyone would be tempted. Once he refined 1,000,000 pure yuan pills, Lin Fei was completely confident that he could go against that Lin Wufa. With such a huge harvest, this trip was not in vain. If I was a pauper before, I should be a rich man now. Chapter 242. 1,300,000 pure yuan pills. After collecting all the pure yuan pills in the stone house, Lin Fei came up with an exact number. 1,300,000 pure yuan pills was such a huge number that Lin Fei almost thought that it was a statistical error. How could there be such a huge number? The value of 1,300,000 pure yuan pills far exceeded 1,300,000 low-grade Xian spirit stones. Even 10 times the number of low-grade Xian spirit stones might not be able to compare. Lin Fei beamed with joy. This time, even the heavens are helping me. With these 1,300,000 pure yuan pills, I just need to find some time to refine them, and my strength will definitely rise to the next level. What number one genius of the Lin family? At that time, this daddy will be able to send him flying with one slap and stomp on him. The scene at the entrance of Death Valley was still fresh in Lin Fei's mind. In order to make others give way, he attacked without saying a word. If not for his skills, he might have been beaten to death on the spot. Wait till I refine this batch of pure yuan pills. I'll definitely teach that brat Lin Wufa a lesson. A cold glint flashed across Lin Fei's eyes. After calming himself down, Lin Fei inspected the stone house. Other than the pure yuan pills, there was nothing else. Looks like this stone house stores pure yuan pills, and they are all high grade. Their effects are even more shocking. Elixirs were also divided into low grade, mid grade, high grade, and supreme grade. The difference between low-grade and supreme-grade pills was like heaven and earth. A supreme-grade pill could increase one's strength by 10 times, while a low-grade pill could not even double it. If a high-grade pure yuan pill was put up for auction, there was no need to worry about it not being able to sell. On the contrary, it was a situation where there was demand but no supply. Once a high-grade pure yuan pill appeared, it would immediately be bought. Little thing, don't be angry. How about I treat you to some demonic cores next time? The little thing that was originally lying on top of the pure yuan pills looked very unhappy and actually started to laze around on Lin Fei's shoulder. Ever since he brought it out, the little thing had displayed the unique talent of a beast. At the same time, its intelligence was almost similar to a child's. Although they had not spent much time together, Lin Fei could somewhat understand the little thing's feelings. As expected, the little thing rubbed its head against Lin Fei. Even though he did not know where the little thing came from or what species it was, the only thing Lin Fei knew was that it was a glutton. Previously, it had eaten a pure yuan pill for a while before stopping. Lin Fei felt a lot of pressure in his heart. It wasn't easy to raise a gluttonous exotic beast. It was very stressful. After coaxing the little thing, Lin Fei tried to ask if there were any pure yuan pills left in the side hall. Unfortunately, there was nothing good to eat in the side hall. To the little thing, the most delicious food was naturally medicinal pills. Without good food, naturally there would be no medicinal pills. Lin Fei blamed himself for being too greedy. Millions of pure yuan pills were already a huge fortune. He might not even be able to buy 1/10 of the millions of high-grade pure yuan pills with the 10,000 mid-grade Xian spirit stones he had. One could well imagine how precious a high-grade pure yuan pill was. Books! Just as he was about to leave, Lin Fei caught sight of a yellowing secret manual under a rotting wooden shelf in the corner of the room. Basic knowledge of medicinal pills. Picking up one of the books, Lin Fei was a little surprised. It turned out to be an introductory book to alchemy. Lin Fei had no interest in alchemy. Classification of medicinal pills. Introduction to medicinal pills. 300 chapters. Combination of medicinal pills. 10,000 chapters. Lin Fei consecutively picked up several books, but they were not the secret manuals he had imagined. He could not help but feel somewhat disappointed. Pill recipes, 1,000 chapters. Picking up another book, Lin Fei's eyes lit up when he saw the words on it. He couldn't help but flip it open with excitement on his face. My luck is really good. So there are pill recipes in this stone house. These are valuable items. Lin Fei did not care about introductory medicinal pills, but pill recipes were completely different. On the Xiantian continent, pill recipes were all priceless, especially those that were used to raise one's cultivation level and quickly heal injuries. Without exception, they were all treasures. Medicinal pills were expensive, so pill recipes naturally did not need to be mentioned. After a rough look, the front was filled with all sorts of medicinal pill recipes, and the back was actually filled with rare ancient pill recipes. Ordinary pill recipes varied in value, and one could obtain them if one was lucky. But ancient pill recipes were different. They had disappeared for a long time, and even if they did exist, they would be in some ancient ruins. Every time an expensive ancient pill recipe appeared, it would definitely cause quite a fight. An ancient pill recipe could be exchanged for at least a few million pure yuan pills. Lin Fei's heart palpitated with excitement that he had never felt before. Due to the lack of time, he hurriedly put away the pill recipes. If he was discovered, he would definitely be beaten badly. An hour later, the two met up again in the side chamber. Wu Fei's face was very calm, and his eyes were filled with joy. It was obvious that he had found many good things in the stone house. The only thing missing was the words, "I am extremely happy," written on his face. In contrast, Lin Fei was much quieter, and there was no joy on his face. Brother, don't be discouraged. There are still many good things in the tomb of the Sword Emperor. Wu Fei already knew this would happen. With the strength of a profound perfection cultivator, no matter how good his sword art was, it was practically impossible for him to find treasures in the side chamber. When Lin Fei saw Wu Fei's expression, he wanted to punch him. Damn it! I can't find any treasures. I found 1,300,000 pure yuan pills. Seeing that Wu Fei could not see his gains, Lin Fei's heart calmed down. Let's hope so. Wu Fei's tone was obviously dejected. He believed in his judgment that this kid did not find anything. Let's go to the next place. Wu Fei had obtained many good things in the side chamber, and he could not wait to go to the next one. He was afraid that someone would beat him to it and snatch the treasures in his hands. The two hurried along the back of the side chamber, one in front and one behind. Behind the side chamber, stone houses of various sizes appeared. Many of them were in an abandoned state, and anyone with a discerning eye could tell that there was nothing good in them. Even if there was something, it would be something unpresentable. Things that could not be presentable would naturally not attract their attention. They could not wait to appear in the next place. The two moved very quickly. After the time it took to brew a cup of tea, violent true essence undulations and loud noises came from ahead. At the same time, there was the sound of messy footsteps. Be it Lin Fei or Wu Fei, the two of them exchanged glances with each other, revealing excited expressions. There was treasure in front. If there were no treasures in front, there would definitely not be violent true essence undulations. It was obvious that someone was fighting to snatch the treasures. The two sped up and rushed forward. After passing by an abandoned stone house, a large hall appeared in front of them. It was much grander than the side chamber from before. Rumble. The moment the two came out, a huge true essence undulation swept over. The stone house behind them was swept by the strong wind of true essence, turning into a large piece of rubble. The entire stone house collapsed, turning into a sizable ruin. What's that? Lin Fei raised his eyebrows and stared at the depths of the large hall. Because in the depths of the large hall, there were 6 light balls of different sizes floating in the air. The surface of the light balls was flowing with white light, and it was quite eye-catching. At this moment, everyone that had appeared in the large hall had unleashed all of their attacks towards the 6 balls of light. Berserk true Yuan energy enveloped the large hall, causing the gale from before to be reflected by the balls of light. Numinous treasure! Wu Fei, who was at the side, exclaimed excitedly. Lin Fei frowned and immediately opened his mouth in shock. The light balls are the numinous treasures. Wu Fei glanced at Lin Fei and said proudly, "Of course it's the numinous treasure. Only the mystic adept realm can use a treasure. A martial artist with a numinous treasure is equivalent to having a trump card." Boom! Wu Fei activated his true essence and blasted a true essence attack directly at the light ball and joined it. Numinous treasure. Lin Fei's mind buzzed. A powerful numinous treasure actually appeared in the Sword Emperor's tomb. Numinous treasures were similar to the weapons in the hands of martial artists. There were many kinds of numinous treasures, and compared to forged weapons, the power of numinous treasures was several levels higher. The power of a top-grade ordinary weapon was completely inferior to a superior-grade numinous treasure. Ordinary weapons were only used by martial artists. As a mystic adept realm expert, using numinous treasures had always been an honor. Activating a numinous treasure with true essence would increase one's strength by 30 to 40%. One could imagine the true power of a numinous treasure. Lin Fei did not hesitate to join in and become a part of it. The most important thing now was, of course, to destroy the light balls. As for which treasure to snatch, it would depend on the situation. After releasing a sword chi attack, Lin Fei pulled the distance between them and moved towards the depths of the large hall to fight for a good position, which would be advantageous for him to fight for the treasure. At the same time, Lin Fei paid attention to his surroundings. There were 6 light balls, and there were no less than 20 people attacking. Everyone attacked with all their might, their faces filled with greed, as if the item in the light balls belonged to them. Some of the people around him were people he had seen before, such as Tian'in Temple's red-robed monk Fang Yan, the number 1 genius of the Lin family, Lin Wufa. The others he could not recognize, but their strength was extremely strong. 6 treasures. When the time comes, it would be a battle of life and death. To a mystic, adept, realm martial artist, a numinous treasure was equivalent to having a powerful trump card. Such a good opportunity, a 1/20th chance, they would not miss it. Lin Fei withdrew his thoughts and looked at the 6 light balls. He could vaguely see something like a long saber, long sword, and long spear wrapped in the light balls. Because the light balls were covering them, he could not see them for a moment. A numinous treasure sword is extremely useful to me. I cannot miss it. After thinking for a moment, Lin Fei set his sights on the long sword. A numinous treasure sword would definitely be stronger than the sword in his hand. After all, the sword in his hand was only a middle-grade, ordinary weapon, a mediocre sword. A numinous treasure sword was completely different. Rumble. Everyone's attacks did not stop. The light on the surface of the 6 light balls was rapidly weakening. Everyone could not help but feel excited. It was obvious that this was the edge of collapse. They just needed to hold on for a while more. Crack, 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 crack. As the true essence attacks landed on the light balls finally disappeared. At the same time, there was a slight cracking sound in the large hall. It was obviously on the verge of collapse. Don't stop, it's going to break soon. The cracks on the light balls continued to expand. Crack, crack, crack. In the eyes of the crowd, the light balls finally lost their purpose, revealing the numinous treasure inside. Attack! Chapter 243. The 6 light balls split open almost at the same time. The 6 numinous treasures flew out immediately and turned into a white stream of light. The numinous treasures have spirits. They are trying to escape. Stop them. Without the suppression of the light balls, the numinous treasures flew in 6 different directions, like fish returning to the sea. The hall was not very big, and there were many passages around it. If they flew away, it would be extremely difficult to get the numinous treasures again. Go. More than 20 people moved instantly and rushed towards the numinous treasures that they had decided on. Lin Fei's target was the sword-shaped numinous treasure. It was a good item and, at the same time, a convenient numinous treasure. Cooperation is indeed unreliable. He wanted Wu Fa to attack together, but after the light ball split open, it pounced towards a spear-shaped numinous treasure. Obviously, it had forgotten the previous agreement. That's good too, in case something happens later. Lin Fei turned and rushed towards the sword-shaped numinous treasure. After rushing out, there were a total of 5 experts chasing after the sword-shaped numinous treasure. It seemed that they were all sword experts. Among them, the most powerful one was a fat man who looked like a big ball. The primordial qi that leaked from his body showed that he was actually a mystic, adept, perfected expert. As for the other 4 martial artists, 2 of them were at the late-stage mystic adept realm, and the other 2 were at the mid-stage mystic adept realm. If someone like Lin Fei wanted to fight for the treasure with such a lineup, it would be like snatching food from the mouth of a tiger. It would be extremely difficult. Facing such a lineup, Lin Fei was a little surprised, but he quickly recovered. Ever since he opened his core lake, experts at the great perfection of the mystic adept realm were undefeatable in the eyes of others. In his eyes, great perfection of the mystic adept realm was nothing, and there was nothing to fear. As for the other 4 martial artists, Lin Fei was not afraid at all. After recovering his composure, Lin Fei spread his wings of the wind. His original speed suddenly increased, and he turned into a black shadow. He actually surpassed the 5 of them and was closest to the sword-shaped numinous treasure. He reached out to grab the numinous treasure. "Little brat, you're courting death." The fat mystic adept perfected expert who rushed at the front saw that someone had beaten him to it. Obviously, he wanted to kill this brat with one strike. When the emperor was angry, corpses would lie for millions of miles. Once a mystic adept powerhouse was enraged, they could take someone's life at any second. The other 4 were unwilling to accept this as well, especially when that kid possessed a strength at the perfection stage of the profounder realm. Yet he actually dared to see something in front of them. Wasn't that simply courting death? All of them blasted out their true energy attacks successively. They wanted to deal with that kid first. Water, fire, lotus. 10 lotuses of water and fire flew out from behind Lin Fei. They were all the size of a fist, colorful, and perfect works of art. Explode! Pung, 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 pung. 10 water-fire lotuses exploded like bombs, causing them to be covered in dust and flustered. Fortunately, they were all mystic adept realm. Although the water-fire lotuses were powerful, they could not stop them. Brat, how dare you steal the treasure? I'll kill you. The clothes of the fatty at the very front were also tattered, and he was in an extremely sorry state. Who would have thought that he would suddenly explode? Ling Bao and I are fated. This thing is mine. Lin Fei took advantage of them with his mouth, but his hands did not stop. He once again released the water-fire lotus to block them for a while, and then he would have a chance to snatch the spiritual treasure. This was Lin Fei's only chance. In terms of strength, Lin Fei was not their match, especially when there were 5 of them. He would be in trouble if any one of them came up. It was not that Lin Fei did not have any advantages. The only thing he was inferior to was in terms of speed. The water-fire lotus exploded again, and the distance between them suddenly increased to about 10 feet. From afar, it looked like they were far behind. Come here. Lin Fei grabbed forward again, and the true essence attack landed on the spiritual treasure. It was actually rebounded and the distance was pulled apart again. I don't believe that a spiritual treasure can't take care of you. The flying spiritual treasure suddenly turned and headed towards a passage. Not good. The spiritual treasure is in the passage. I can't go into the passage. Lin Fei's heart sank. He gritted his teeth and circulated his true essence. He forcefully increased his speed again, and the distance between them was about 15 feet. As for how much true essence he consumed, even he did not know. Water, fire, lotus. The escaping spiritual treasure was instantly enveloped by a water-fire lotus, and with a pung-pung-pung sound, the water-fire lotus actually cracked. A glint of joy flashed in Lin Fei's eyes. As expected of the power of a spiritual treasure, it can actually break the water-fire lotus that even a perfected profound practitioner could not break in a few breaths. Impressive. Lin Fei did not dare to hesitate and grabbed the spiritual treasure with one hand. Buzz, buzz! When his left hand grabbed the spiritual treasure, a huge rebounding force came, and he was almost rebounded. The core lake surged, and a thick true essence burst out, pressing against the spiritual treasure longsword. Lin Fei did not expect the spiritual treasure to be so powerful. If he did not have enough true essence to suppress it, he would have lost the best opportunity with a rebound just now. Right now, the spiritual treasure had not truly been in his hands. He had to refine it before it could be considered his. But now there was no time for Lin Fei to refine it, especially the 5 mystic adept powerhouses behind him. They were so angry that they looked like they were about to eat someone. A perfected, profound practitioner actually snatched the spiritual treasure from their hands. Wasn't this equivalent to giving them a slap in the face to let everyone know that they were not as good as the stinking brat? Brat, leave the spiritual treasure and scram! Clang! A spear pierced through the air, and the spear pierced Lin Fei's body. The water-fire lotus shattered, and he was sent flying. Humph, you want to snatch the spiritual treasure with this kind of strength? Reckless. Li Yang's face was full of disdain. He stood with the black mystic iron spear in his hand. The spear just now came from his hand. Originally, it could have stabbed this brat to death, but it was unexpectedly blocked by a lotus. Uft! Lin Fei spat out a mouthful of blood. He stood up, and with a wave of his hand, a water-fire lotus appeared. At the same time, he rushed towards the distant passage. As for the spiritual treasure, it was firmly suppressed by Lin Fei. With a core lake and thick true essence, it was enough to suppress a spiritual treasure. Now that Lin Fei wanted to escape, there was really no one who could stop him. With the spiritual treasure in hand, the great hall was too dangerous. Lin Fei would rather rush into the passage. He might be able to shake off the people behind him, and then he could refine the spiritual treasure. Most of his strength was to suppress the spiritual treasure against a mystic adept powerhouse. Lin Fei could not split his strength. "Want to run? Get down here." Li Yang's spear trembled, and a dazzling white light pierced out. None of it missed. It actually pierced the water fire lotus first, and the spear swept out again. Spear pierces the 9 heavens. A huge phantom spear whistled, and with a strong killing intent, it crashed onto Lin Fei's water fire lotus. The water fire lotus, which had a strong defense, actually broke with a crash like a piece of glass. Too strong. One spear broke my water fire lotus. Ever since he started cultivating the water fire lotus, no one could break his defense with one spear. Now he met a young mystic adept who was actually so strong. Li Yang was also surprised, but he did not care. "Let's see how many spears you can block." Swish, swish, swish. The spear was as fast as an arrow, and it directly hit Lin Fei's back. The 4 who were chasing after him sucked in a breath of cold air. It actually made them feel a chill in their hearts. They were completely not a match for such a spear. If it was snatched by a mystic adept powerhouse, they would have nothing to say. But if it was snatched by a mystic adept, they would naturally not be happy. It was a matter of face. Bang, bang, bang. The 3 water fire lotuses shattered. Lin Fei groaned and spat out a few mouthfuls of blood. The strength of a mystic adept in the late stage is indeed terrifying. Lin Fei's face sank and a cold light flashed in his eyes. But I am also not that easy to deal with. When a rabbit is anxious, it will bite. Lin Fei was a typical stubborn person. He clenched his teeth and prepared to fight. His spear technique was superb, and his strength was formidable. If he was caught, the outcome would definitely not be good. The only way was to block them outside. Water fire lotus. The huge water fire lotus exceeded any of the previous ones. It was a full 3 meters in size, and it appeared in front of them as if it was going to block them. "Humph, you want to use this move again? You're courting death." Li Yang raised his spear and stabbed out. When he saw the sneering brat turn his head, a voice sounded in his ears. "Explode!" He knew that the situation was bad and retreated. "This brat deserves to die." Rumble. The water fire lotus produced a huge explosion. The explosion, formed by the powerful true origin, gave rise to a huge airwave that almost blew the entire hall away. Li Yang, who was at the front, was blown away on the spot. The other mystic adept powerhouses did not have such good luck. They did not expect that the brat would be so ferocious and actually play such a move. When the explosion occurred in the corner of the hall, the other powerhouses who were fighting for the spiritual treasures all felt great danger. "Isn't that Li family's Li Yang? How did he get blown away? What kind of attack was that? What a terrifying aura! Which expert used it?" Everyone looked at each other, and at the same time they felt a sense of danger. Li Yang was quite famous, but he was blown away. Just what kind of expert did he meet? The only one who witnessed it was Wu Fa. Hiss! He could not help but suck in a breath of cold air. When he casually glanced at it, his forehead was covered in cold sweat. What a terrifying Lin Fei! That move was equivalent to a mystic adept self-destruction. I wonder if he's dead or not. Even Wu Fa felt a chill in his heart from the explosion. If there was no accident, he, a late-stage mystic adept, would also fail miserably. Li Yang climbed out of the ruins of the hall in a sorry state. His high-spirited appearance was no longer there. Replacing it was the appearance of a beggar. It was hard to imagine that this was the Li family's Li Yang. "My mystic iron spear." The sound of Li Yang gnashing his teeth could be heard. He seemed to be extremely furious. even though it was a low-grade spiritual treasure. After the huge explosion, the color of the mystic iron spear dimmed a lot, and it lost a lot of its power. This was also why when Li Yang's spear burst out, Lin Fei's waterfire lotus was blocked by Wu Fa. Li Yang was considered one of the better ones. The people behind him were all heavily injured by the explosion of the water and fire lotus. Chapter 244. Li Yang's heart ached as he kept the black iron spear. He personally ran to the scene to check, but he couldn't find any trace of the treasure. He retracted his gaze hatefully. He didn't believe that the kid could survive such an explosion. The only pity was that the treasure was missing. The black iron spear was damaged, and its strength was affected. Li Yang wanted to snatch other treasures, but he couldn't. He could only help his clansmen. His heart was filled with hatred for the kid. He couldn't wait to dig out his corpse and whip it 100 times to vent his anger. The other warriors shook their heads in disappointment. They didn't think that the kid could survive. Such a terrifying explosion must have killed him in the explosion of true essence. The missing sword-shaped treasure might have run into the tunnel. They didn't know what danger was inside. They didn't want to see it, especially when they were injured. But there were still 2 mystic adept warriors. They rushed in one after the other to search for the treasure, unwilling to let it disappear in front of them. Pft, pft, pft. In the dark tunnel, Lin Fei flew out in a sorry state. He spat out a few mouthfuls of blood. Water flame lotus, I can't play around with it next time. I almost got myself killed. Lin Fei quickly took out healing pills and ate a few. Thinking of the explosion, he had a lingering fear. He didn't even know how much true essence he had used in the madness just now. In any case, that wave of explosion just now was extremely powerful and caused him to suffer quite a bit of injury. When he saw the treasure that was suppressed in his hand, he couldn't help but be happy. He had successfully scared them and snatched the treasure. It's worth risking my life for this treasure. Thinking back to the spear expert's attack, the true power was in the spear. He had a guess. That black spear should be a treasure spear. Every spear shot was an extremely powerful attack. Lin Fei was very clear about the power of the water flame lotus. The reason why the opponent could break it with one spear was not only because of his own strength, but also because of the spear. I wonder if the explosion just now destroyed the spiritual treasure spear? Lin Fei couldn't help but make malicious guesses. After recovering from his injuries, Lin Fei did not dare to stay any longer. He quickly flew forward, preparing to find a safe place to subdue the numinous treasure sword. That way he would be able to immediately raise his combat prowess. At that time, if he met any of them again, he would be able to execute the wind sword and make them suffer greatly. At the end of the tunnel was another stretch of ruins. Lin Fei found a stone house and took out the runes formation that he had prepared. It wouldn't take long for him to completely subdue the Lingbao longsword in his hand and turn it into his powerful combat power. An hour later, in the abandoned stone house, Lin Fei could not help but laugh out loud. I finally have my first middle-grade spiritual treasure. Lin Fei held the numinous treasure longsword in his hand. His face was full of pride as he looked at the numinous treasure that he had subdued. A middle-grade spirit treasure was beyond his imagination. He had originally thought that an inferior-grade spirit treasure was enough, but he did not expect it to be appraised as a middle-grade spirit treasure by the system. Generally speaking, it was already very difficult for a mystic adept to possess an inferior-grade spirit treasure, not to mention a middle-grade spirit treasure. Its power was completely above that of an inferior-grade spirit treasure. After injecting his quintessential essence into the middle-grade spirit treasure, Lin Fei could clearly feel the dangerous aura emitted by the numinous treasure longsword. It seemed that if he stabbed it, it would definitely have terrifying power. A middle-grade spirit treasure consumes a lot of quintessential essence. If it was an ordinary perfected mystic adept, a middle-grade spirit treasure would at most be able to unleash its power 3 times before its quintessential essence would be completely exhausted. Lin Fei loved the sword-shaped medium-grade numinous treasure so much that he could not bear to part with it. In the future, this numinous treasure longsword shall be called wind-chasing. I hope it's as sharp as wind-chasing. After subduing wind-chasing, Lin Fei once again sat cross-legged. Previously, subduing wind-chasing had consumed a lot of quintessential essence. While there was still time, he prepared to refine the pure essence pills. Lin Fei was very clear that he had snatched a numinous treasure from their hands. Moreover, it was a middle-grade spirit treasure. It would definitely make them go crazy. If he did not have a strong backing, they would definitely make a move on him. This was something he was very clear about. If he wanted to tightly control wind-chasing in his hands, he needed to have strong strength. It was unavoidable for him to show off his strength. While they were not distracted, Lin Fei decided to first refine a portion of the high-grade pure essence pills to increase his quintessential essence. Lin Fei did not mind at all that he was stuck in a bottleneck. He opened his mouth and swallowed 10 pure essence pills into his stomach. Immediately, a huge wave of energy was released from his body. The powerful energy seemed to be about to burst his body. What a violent, quintessential essence! 10 high-grade pure essence pills are almost equivalent to 1,000 low-grade mystic spirit stones. Now that I have a core lake, I just happen to need a large amount of quintessential essence. Lin Fei was overjoyed. The effects of the high-grade pure essence pills were simply beyond his imagination. Little did he know that these high-grade pure essence pills were all refined using high-grade medicinal herbs. Moreover, they were refined by a master. The spiritual qi contained in each high-grade pure essence pill was completely above that of an ordinary high-grade pure essence pill. 10 pure essence pills were eaten in one go. Lin Fei was probably the only person at this level. After activating the core lake, the surging medicinal energy was almost all injected into the core lake. No matter how much quintessential essence he had, it could still be refined. Things like water buckets and water tanks were simply too weak. Damn it, that numinous treasure really flew away. The 2 mystic adept middle-stage martial artists chased along the tunnel. As they had to constantly search, their speed was very slow. They especially wanted to find that brat. Although they did not know if that brat survived the explosion, they could not guarantee that they would not think so. If that brat did survive, then the numinous treasure must be with him. It's all that brat's fault. I don't know what movement technique he learned, but his speed is even faster than ours. We almost got away with it. Zhao Yi cursed. That brat is indeed ferocious. Even Li Yang of the Li family was almost seriously injured. If we had been at the front, we might have died there. Another martial artist, Jiang He, said they still had lingering fears about the explosion at the entrance of the tunnel. Fortunately, they were at the back. Otherwise, they would not be in the mood to search for the numinous treasure. Soon, the 2 of them appeared in an abandoned hall. This place is so big. The numinous treasure must be here, right? Jiang He frowned. It sounded easy to find the numinous treasure. Don't forget that numinous treasures only become numinous treasures with a spirit. They might not even know where it was hidden. Damn it, it's all that brat's fault, Zhao Yi said. The 2 of them could not help but curse. Dang! Suddenly, there was a sound from the ruins. The 2 of them were shocked. They looked at one of the ruins and surrounded it from the left and right. Kill! The 2 of them attacked at the same time. Their sword qi was like a mountain, blasting towards one of the ruins. A figure rushed out from below, with the water fire, Lotus, protecting him. Haha, this brat is really not dead. Jiang, he was overjoyed. He recognized this brat. It was the guy who made them covered in dust. Numinous treasure. He has a numinous treasure in his hand. Zhao Yi's eyes were filled with greed. Jiang, he swallowed his saliva and stared at the numinous treasure. Brat, you have guts. How dare you hide in this place to heal? Unfortunately, you met us. If you know what's good for you, hand over the numinous treasure. Hand over the numinous treasure, and you can get lost. The one standing on top of the ruins was Lin Fei, who had been refining the pure elemental pill. Seeing the two old acquaintances chasing after him, he could not help but laugh. Ha ha! I was just about to find you for revenge. I didn't expect you to come to me on your own accord. Perfect timing. The two of them were furious. This brat was too arrogant. Let's attack together and kill this brat first. The other party had a numinous treasure, which put a lot of pressure on them. It seemed that he had subdued the numinous treasure. Speaking of numinous treasure, they had to be careful, even if the other party was a perfected mystic realm brat. On the Xiantian continent, the power of numinous treasures was still very terrifying. No matter who had the numinous treasure, kill. Zhao Yi, who was on the left, was the first to attack. He seemed to have been attracted by the numinous treasure. Imperial sword art. A long sword shot out from behind Zhao Yi. The way it was controlled was actually similar to using one's soul to control a sword. It was very fast and appeared in front of Lin Fei in an instant. You dare to be so fierce with a piece of scrap metal. Lin Fei did not use the water flame lotus. Instead, he used chasing wind in his hand and slashed at the long sword. Crack! Under the white light, the top-grade mortal weapon was broken into two pieces. This proved that it was a piece of scrap metal, so sharp, as expected of a middle-grade, numinous treasure. Lin Fei was overjoyed. A middle-grade, numinous treasure was actually this powerful. Chasing wind moved again and stabbed out. Wind. The gentle sword caused an aura like the spring sun to rise in the surroundings. It filled the ruins and made people want to close their eyes and enjoy it. Boom! Zhao Yi, who had lost his supreme-grade mortal weapon, broke out in cold sweat. He circulated his earth energy and retreated while screaming, "Middle-grade numinous treasure! How is this possible?" Before he could finish a sentence, Zhao Yi was sent flying by the sword and was seriously injured. Seeing that he did not kill the mystic adept in one strike, Lin Fei shook his head. 5,000 pure essence pills and the help of a numinous treasure could seriously injure a middle-grade mystic adept. If he had absorbed a few 100,000 pure essence pills, that strike should have been able to kill that guy. Although he did not kill his opponent in one strike, Lin Fei had a general understanding of the power of a middle-grade numinous treasure. It's too late to run now. Lin Fei appeared behind the martial artist and swept out with chasing wind. He slashed down with his sword once more, wanting to kill them here and now. Lin Fei would not wait for revenge overnight. That was what Lin Fei was thinking now. Puff! In terms of speed, he was not as fast as Lin Fei. In terms of attack, he was not a match for Lin Fei with a numinous treasure. Zhao Yi's head exploded, and he fell from the sky, landing on the ruins. His eyes were wide open, and his face was filled with unwillingness. Jiang He, who was on the other side, was already covered in cold sweat. A middle-grade mystic adept was killed, just like that. Jiang He's back was drenched in cold sweat. He finally understood why the other party wasn't afraid earlier. It turned out that the other party's swordsmanship was so powerful that he was able to kill Zhao Yi, a mystic adept intermediate stage expert, in just 2 moves. If he didn't run, he would die. How could Lin Fei let Jiang He escape? Windstorm. This was the first time he had used the middle-grade numinous treasure, wind chasing, to execute such a large-scale sword move. Whoosh, whoosh. In an instant, the wind howled. Jiang He felt pain on his face. He touched his hand instinctively, and it was stained with blood. What entered his eyes was the dense sword chi, turning him into a porcupine. Pervert! Jiang He snorted, and his body was shredded to pieces by the sword chi. The true power of the wind sword has finally been unleashed. Looking at the wind chaser in his hand, Lin Fei was shocked. The windstorm itself was powerful. When he used chasing wind just now, it felt like it was tearing the void apart. As for the true essence it consumed, it was still within an acceptable range. In this realm, perhaps only Lin Fei had the confidence to use such a large-scale sword technique without worrying about the consumption of true essence. A middle-grade numinous treasure really consumes a lot of true essence. If it was me in the past, my true essence would have been sucked dry in one move. No wonder numinous treasures can only be used by mystic adepts. They can't use their true power at all. Lin Fei didn't care about the excessive consumption of true essence. He had his core lake, so he didn't need to worry about it. With the middle-grade spirit variant chasing wind sword, it was equivalent to having a right-hand man. He took away the valuables from the two and burned their corpses. As for the loot, he didn't check it carefully. When he got out of the profound Emperor's tomb, he would have time to check it. Now that I have the middle-grade spiritual treasure, wind-chasing sword, I definitely won't be beaten to the point where I can't even fight back if I encounter that Liang. With the core lake as my backup, I can easily kill any mystic adept, realm martial artist at the beginning or middle stage. Only now did Lin Fei feel that he had real confidence in the Sword Emperor's tomb. Previously, his sword technique was powerful, but once he went to a large place and encountered mystic adepts in the late and peak stages, it wouldn't be easy to deal with them. Other than fighting, he couldn't find any other way. But now it was different. After absorbing 5,000 upper-grade pure essence pills, his true essence increased by a large margin. With the addition of the middle-grade numinous treasure, Lin Fei suddenly had real battle strength. He was now qualified to participate in the treasure fight in the Sword Emperor's tomb. Right now, they should still be fighting for the numinous treasure. It won't be easy to determine the winner. Why don't I go down and see what's going on? Maybe there's something good down there. I don't want to waste it and let them be one step ahead of me. Lin Fei wanted to go up and take revenge, but after thinking about it, he decided that the numinous treasure was more important. 6 numinous treasures were already priceless items. If they were placed outside, it would definitely cause a fight. In the past, Lin Fei might not have thought much of it, but after using the numinous treasure, he understood its importance. No wonder everyone would fight to the death. It was because the numinous treasure had this value and was worth fighting for.